to a super spooky episode of Rough Magic Plays. Tonight, we are
Ooh.
playing Call of Cthulhu. I'm Charlotte, my pronouns are she, her. I'm a professional GM with Rough Magic Games, and tonight, I am your keeper of arcane lore. If you want to learn more about how to play Call of Cthulhu, you can check out my show, Rough Start, on October 31st, where I'll be diving into the rules of Call of Cthulhu 7th Edition and trying not to go mad while doing so. If you love what we do here at Rough Magic, please check out our Patreon in the doobly-doo. Now that the housekeeping is out of the way, no keeper of arcane lore is complete without her players. My darlings, would you please introduce yourself? Tell me a little bit about your character, their name, and so on. And just for giggles, tell me a fun fact, preferably about yourself, but it can also just be a fun fact about the world if you want. Who would like to go first? Nose goes.
Damn it. Okay. Hi there. I'm Molly Daniels. She, her pronouns. Been playing RPGs long time, not currently associated with any sort of show or any sort of business currently. Happy to be here as a guest slot, though. What else did you need? The fun fact and who I'm playing? Or
Give me your name and a little bit about them, and then your fun fact.
Sure. So I'm going to be playing Tom Burns. He is, how to put it, sad. That's really like his defining characteristic, but it's an interesting way of sad that he is someone who is naturally talented, but also in a way that because he's naturally talented, anytime he hits troubles or setbacks, he kind of just crumbles at that fact. And that has led him
Relatable, honestly.
Yeah, that's led him currently to, after struggling to actually get into and failing to get into the New York Philharmonic, he eventually moved over to Vermont to have a cheaper form of living, and eventually became a pianist at this ballet company. Fun fact about me, my one claim to fame is I'm very good at card games. Quite good. In most games I've played, I managed to hit like the ranks in ELO where you get like numbers instead of like a title.
Ooh, fancy.
I know, so good.
All right, thank you, Molly. Who would like to go next?
I can do it. I'm Max. I am also a GM with Rough Magic, amongst many other jobs. My pronouns are they, them. I will be playing Dmitry Pavel Ilyich Bezukov. He is ballet dancer, Russian, and has been with the ballet ever since he can remember. And maybe you'll learn more about that, but maybe not. Who can say? And my fun fact on the topic of games, I went to high school with someone who was like at least nationally ranked in Minesweeper. And I also used to play Minesweeper and got really good at it, and I miss being really good at it. And it's not good on a touch screen. It's only good with the clicky mice. You need both the key. You can't do it on a touch. You can't do it on a touchpad either. You need both keys to be able to do it really, really fucking fast.
This is hilarious because I've recently gotten back into playing Minesweeper, actually. So
Get your gamer mouse ready.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you, Max.
Real gamers only.
Real gamers only.
That's where the true action is.
All right, and last but not least.
My name is AJ, she, her. I will be playing the Duchess today. Not much to really know about her. She is the only African-American female performer at this here ballet studio, and she takes that with great pride. I think the rest of it you can figure out as you continue to watch the stream. I think there's nothing fun about me, y'all.
That can't be true.
GM, which is awesome as well. And I think, let me see. Ooh, no, fun fact, me and my friends have been playing a consistent Saturday game of D&D for 3 years now. So,
Honestly impressive.
Damn, that's very impressive.
yes. We give them a lot of Saturdays.
Amazing. That's honestly, that's incredibly impressive. All right. Thank you, you three. And once again, I am Charlotte, your keeper. A fun fact about me is that for Halloween one year when I was in middle school, I dressed up as a ballerina from hell, which consisted of a black tutu, a plastic scythe, and like a lot of fake blood. So that should give you a little insight into the adventure I'm running for you tonight.
That's the most on-brand thing I've ever heard about.
Damn, I should run campaigns based on my middle school Halloween costumes because I think I was still in private school and I think we did literary character day for Halloween. So you had to be a character from a book. And that's what got me into cosplaying.
I like it.
And who'd you pick? You can't leave us in suspense.
Oh God, I don't like any number of them. Like, I have all my old American Girl doll costumes from not even Halloween, my birthday.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Oh, that is fantastic. I think one last thing before we get into it, I should let you know, my dear audience, that this is a horror game, and there may be some disturbing themes in it, including violence, death, and body horror. So watch with caution and take care of yourselves out there. All right, are we ready to hop into the mystery of Call of Cthulhu tonight?
Do it.
Perfect. All right.
Duh.
I love dying and being dead.
Let's go. All right. The Wyndham Ballet Company, nestled on the edge of Brattleboro, Vermont, was hit hard by the stock market crash of '29. Now, 4 years later, in the autumn of 1933, while the rest of the country seems to be licking those wounds clean, the ballet still struggles to get people in seats. This summer's production of Coppelia barely broke even. The Brattleboro Reformer said the production lacked the usual comedic charm of the show. The directrix of the ballet herself, Edith Fisher, often shakes her head solemnly and laments, "Ballet just isn't what it used to be." The building in which the ballet is housed has seen better days. The bricks that comprise its auditorium have begun to sink and slouch into the earth like a tired body into bed after a long day of work. Vines stretch across that brick as if something deep beneath the crust is trying to reclaim it, to bring it back home. Dancers coming and going from rehearsals or to their dormitories have to watch for the shingles that slough off the roof and shatter on impact with the ground. This building, which hates what it has become, is where the three of you find yourselves. Let's start with Duchess. How do you prepare your body for a day of dancing, Duchess, as the sun begins to rise?
Duchess has a proper ritual of right after the show, she gives praise to the Lord Almighty for allowing her to be able to have the abilities and to be in the situations which she currently is in. And then she makes her way to sleep. She's usually asleep by 9:45. She wakes up at the crack of dawn so she can get inside the ballet studio before any of her other company members arrive. And it is there where she does work out for at least an hour or so, consistent stretches, practicing her different positions, and then for about 30 minutes or so, continuously rehearsing and her particular moves, the particular, actually, she might even go through the entire performance as her role herself, practicing her body, make sure she's standing up straight, her posture is fine. And then after that, she will meditate for a little bit. Usually she's done with this by the beginning rehearsal.
Perfect. Duchess is nothing if not dedicated. I think right now what you're practicing is actually your audition routine for the fall production of La Sylphide. Let me say
Mm,
that one more time. The audition routine for the fall production of La Sylphide. Um,
mm, mm.
Auditions are coming up soon, so it is a good thing that Duchess is getting her rehearsal time in. All right, we're gonna
Absolutely.
yes. We will leave Duchess for the moment. Oh, what does Duchess look like, if you can give a description?
Oh, Duchess is a more light brown skinned African American woman, young, strong features, very strong, strong chin, strong deep eyes, a little bit rounder rather than almond. Uh, Everything about her says stern, though she's not super old. She has an older appearance to her, a little bit more of a maturity, if you will. And she's seen a lot of things, been through a lot of things, and it has shown itself on her face as well. It also makes her feel a little distinguished. She is petite and continues to force herself to remain that way. She is poised and she's about 5'5" in height.
Perfect. Thank you. We will leave Duchess in the rehearsal room for now as we find ourselves with Dmitry Bazukov. You often help out around the ballet, your home. There are a lot of things that need doing. So, Dmitry, what needs to be done today?
Oh, any number of things, like whatever. I guess I probably wake up and last night I was out drinking with Tom, and but I can handle it. Like, I'm in peak physical, like I look great. I'm 22. I'm young, I'm dumb, and I eat like 6 raw eggs in the morning, and my body is compelled to every hour on the hour, like move through the key positions of the choreography for the male lead because it's like it's not, we don't audition for that. Like it's my job as one of the main things. But then after all of that, I go see the list that Miss Fisher, Katusha, has left for me for what is there to do today, uh, very early.
Fantastic. I think on the list today is to help. There's a handyman who works on the building. He's also a stagehand for when performances roll around. You would know him. His name is Stuart. He's probably in his mid 30s. He's a veteran of the Great War. He's a quiet man, and I think today the main task is attempting to repair the roof of the main auditorium. So I think he's got you like holding on to a ladder as he climbs up there.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah. And did you want to give more of a description of what Dimitri looks like as well?
Yeah, I am above average height, at least 6 feet tall, powerful, extremely built legs, like thick calves, like as thick as a speed skater's, but they're both the same level thick instead of just the one unequal, disgusting. Um, I saw speed skating at a World's Fair, like reproduction carnival that came through. Um, we the Vermont. I haven't really left ever Vermont since I came from Russia. Anyway, I was saying I'm blonde and very tall, and um, yeah. What else is there to know?
Sounds like about it. Um, yeah, you help Stuart replace some of the shingles on the roof in the early morning. Do you make sure there's enough time for you to get to rehearsals? Um, you probably see Duchess already in the classroom up on the second floor. already well into her stretching.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not especially, I guess, if there's some sort of like, I don't know, check I need to do to see which Miss Fisher would prefer I am doing, because, or I guess, I don't know, maybe I ask Stuart, like, does he think I should go?
Stuart just kind of looks down at you from the roof, and goes, "Well, if I know anything about Miss Fisher, she's very particular. Uh, uh, you might
Okay,
want to
I
be."
leave.
Oh wait, no, the ladder. Just let me get down first.
Oh, I come back.
You hold the ladder for him as he goes down.
Does he tell me to hold the ladder?
Yeah.
If he tells me to hold it again, I'm holding it again. Otherwise, I'm just,
Hold.
he only said come back.
Hold. All right, boy. Hold the ladder,
Okay, I'm doing
and
this.
I'm gonna climb down. You
Okay.
understand me?
Yes, sir.
All right. He climbs down the ladder. Goes. Go to class.
I salute and then I like fucking sprint across whatever grass or whatever.
Yeah. You just hear him go ugh as he turns around to do work elsewhere.
He's like a puppy.
All right. As Dimitri rushes off to class in the morning, let's go to Thomas Burns. Tom, would you describe yourself as a punctual man? Do you arrive on time?
Yes, but specifically on time. Like, not early, not like trying to live up to like being this ideal. He does not have that energy anymore. He shows up when he is asked to, like 30 seconds before at most.
Excellent. You step into the foyer of the main building. What does Tom look like?
So Tom is a like middleweight kind of. When I say round, I don't mean that he's chubby. He's not like super fit. There is a core of strength there, but in that he's just sort of brought, like, not in a way that any part of him looks fit. Even his face is generally more of an oval shape. He looks kind but slightly ruffled, and also just incredibly low energy. Like, he's always come off of a full shift of work, even the first thing in the morning. Other than that, like,
as you
just kind of pale white skin, basic brown hair. He's as unexciting of a man as you can imagine.
The most boring man imaginable. Fantastic. Tom, as you step into the foyer, take your pick on the pronunciation on that one, folks.
Foyer.
All right. Why don't you give me the first roll of the game? Why don't you give me a spot hidden check?
Oh my, I have to look at my stats? What is this?
Wow.
Wow.
Default to 25.
He's
right?
okay at that.
Oh, sorry. What was that, Max?
It defaults at 25?
Yes.
No.
So, I got a 46 out of 45.
You could use a point of luck.
You know, it's exactly one, and I think that's fun. So let's do that.
Right.
I will do that.
Duchess can make me a spot hidden check as well, as the three of you have often passed through this foyer.
Right, I definitely shall. It's a 48 out of 65, so yes.
All right.
Succeed.
That's insane. I also got 48.
Ooh.
Out of 25.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Tom,
Duchess,
how was drinking last night? It was so good to be drinking with you. How are you feeling this morning?
You know, same as most mornings, actually. How are you?
No. I feel different every day.
Oh, what's that like?
Different.
You know, fair enough. Do they allow smoking
I go
inside, by the
inside
way?
with
I don't see why not.
Fabulous. He's absolutely got a cigarette while he's talking and just talks around it.
Perfect. All right. Sorry, say the spot hiddens one more time. You got an exact success.
Exact.
And Duchess got
Just a success.
just a success. Okay. Well, this Tom's is also just a success. I'm going to give this one to Duchess, as she is here first early in the morning. It's a photograph you've never paid much attention to, but there's something different about maybe the way the sunlight hits it this morning as you go to stretch. But hanging on the wall of the foyer is a framed tintype from the inception of the dance company in 1873. Figures dressed in fine dresses and suits stand in front of a majestic building. Nothing like the building that you are very familiar with at this point. Two of the figures stand out in particular. There is a woman standing behind her young daughter, a firm guiding hand placed on the young girl's shoulder. You know this is Millicent Fisher, founder of the company, and her daughter, Edith Fisher. Or at least that's what you assume given the plaque that's written beneath it. But all of the faces in the photo are unrecognizable blurs. You can't believe you've never noticed this before. You think maybe it's an issue with the long exposure time or the development process, perhaps. Regardless, despite the featureless faces, this morning you can't help but feel that they're staring at you as you run to class.
This is such a strange place. And I look at my watch. Shit.
Stairs to the classroom. All right. Give me one moment.
I think it was, yeah. No, go ahead.
Yep. So Duchess, you've been here for a while. You watch your classmates file in. You see Dimitri come into the room as well. You see a handful of people that you know. Louise Avis, who is known to be a frightful gossip. Roy Hatchett, one of the male dancers. Olga Titova comes in, who is an international student. And kind of lazily walking in towards the end is Edith Fisher's daughter, Winifred. Winifred is the prima ballerina. She almost always gets the lead roles. Noticeably absent, however, as she was absent yesterday as well, is Marion Ackley, a very good friend of yours, Duchess. She wasn't in class yesterday. She doesn't appear to be here today, and you haven't been able to get a hold of her.
I see Tom. Tom's there.
Exactly on time.
Exactly on time.
I wouldn't be able to talk to Tom then because Tom just made it on time.
The dancers are waiting for.
If you want to
Ms.
whisper
Fisher.
while the rest are talking, I think that's fine.
Absolutely not. I am not playing this game with the girl here.
Can't get in trouble. You hear Louise Avis, kind of a mousy looking young woman, hair tied back in a bun. She kind of leans over to another dancer and goes, well, you know, I heard Marion got knocked up and she ran away with the daddy. So don't be surprised if we don't ever hear from her again. She flips her hair. And the dancer replies, well, oh, you don't know that's true. That doesn't sound like Marion. And they continue chattering.
Go over to Tom. I can't do it. Mm-mm. Go to Tom. I just whispered. The director's not there. She's not here yet.
She's not here yet, no.
Okay, great. You go to Tom. I said, they're still spreading rumors about her.
Well, I don't know why she wouldn't be here 2 days in a row, but I can't imagine it's that. Like, there's.
I can't either, and they are ruining her reputation.
She was also, like, drinking as recently as a couple days ago, so. Couldn't be that.
That is true. Yeah. That's true. Right. Right. So where is she?
I have absolutely no idea. He's sitting at the piano, like, shuffling up the music he's going to be playing while just kind of chatting about it.
Do I know who's supposed to wake up the individuals in the dormitories? The rest of the ballerinas? Like, who wakes us up? Do we just wake up?
Stuart would probably come and wake people up, the handyman around.
Do it. Hmm. Did I see Stuart outside the window fixing the shingles?
Yeah, if you look out the window, he's fixing up something on the ground somewhere.
And give him a real hard look. And then I look around to look for anybody with scared or weird faces.
Ooh, give me a psychology check.
All right. I have 75 in this. Come on. Ooh, okay. It's still just a success. I got a 40.
Right. On a psychology check, the girl who was talking back to Louise, saying that doesn't sound like Marion. Her name is Maud. And she has kind of a concerned look on her face. A little bit, as she kind of she clocks you looking, kind of scanning around, and she kind of motions her head to for you to come over to her.
Make my way over to her. Yes.
I don't want to be a gossip, but you and Marion were close friends, right?
That's right.
Well, Louise is saying she got pregnant, but that's
not true.
That's what I said, but I did notice she's been practicing a lot more than usual, so it wouldn't make sense if she just, got up and ran away. If she was planning on, maybe trying for one of the lead roles at the audition, she was clearly spending time practicing.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So what do you know?
She kind of is taken aback by your very straightforward. She goes, "Oh, I saw her in the practice rooms a few nights ago. She had the gramophone on. She was playing music, and she was dancing. It looked like she was practicing the routine. We all know the routine by now, but she was really going at it. Like I stopped and I watched for a little bit, and I mean, it was beautiful what she was doing, but she seemed like she was pushing herself very hard."
Hmm. How long did you watch her?
A few minutes. I didn't want to.
Yeah, I understand. She's a beautiful dancer. It's easy to be captivated. I've watched her for hours sometimes.
But she's really something else. I mean, she's almost as good as Winifred.
She gives her a look that says, actually, she's better.
On that psychology check as well, you look over when Maud says Winifred. Winifred looks pleased as punch this morning. She's in a great mood. She's stretching at the bar. She's in her element. She's vibing. She's glowing. She looks great.
Why is she so happy?
I don't know. I'm not normally that happy.
Seems like a lot of pressure, right?
I don't know. I don't know with that girl. I don't get her. And I don't want to be a gossip, but I don't get her.
I will definitely be a gossip.
Well,
Nepotism. Purebred
well,
nepotism.
well. I mean, I
Mm.
suppose it's that, but she is also quite good.
Uh-huh. Well, I do hope the good Lord doesn't send her a banana peel to slip on today, because it would really be a sucky situation if she were to break her ankle or something like that. Prima
Ma-
ballerina.
Can I roll to overhear this, please?
yeah, give me a listen check.
Sure would be a shame if anything
Absolutely,
happened to
I'm
her.
glad to be doing this. 23 out of 30.
That is a success. Yeah, you hear this conversation between Maud and Duchess.
I don't move in, but I get suspicious and I'm listening to the rest of this.
Yes, it surely would be a complete shame. But alas, there are no bananas here. They are high in calories. Too much sugar.
You can't say things like that, Duchess, and she just like starts kind of giggling.
I'm sorry, it's a little early for laughs. You know how Mrs. Fisher feels about laughter.
Can I
I
roll
do.
to know what bananas are?
Roll for banana. I think Dimitri would know what a banana is. No roll necessary.
Okay, I'm adding to shopping list banana question mark.
You pull out your little notepad and write banana?
Banana,
Yeah.
comma, peeled.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, as you're having this conversation, you hear the very distinctive click, 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 click of Ms. Fisher's high heels on the floor. So you know it's time to get dancing.
I have my place at the bar.
Yep. All of the dancers find their place at the bar as Ms. Fisher walks almost regally into the room. She's an older woman with kind of a severe face. She does not dress for the times. Her outfit looks like it is from 50 years ago. She is in a long dress, and she just kind of surveys the classroom and goes, "All right, dancers. Today is very important. As you all know, auditions are tomorrow, so this is your last chance to get the routine down perfect. And I do expect it to be perfect." She makes her way up to the front of the classroom where Tom is at the piano. She goes, "Well, Mr. Burns, would you care to begin the accompaniment?"
Absolutely, Miss Fisher.
All right. And she counts her dancers in 5, 6, 7, 8. I need everyone to make a constitution check, please.
Not the check I was expecting.
63 out of 80.
Okay. It's a
Yes,
success.
that's
35 out
20
of
out of
50.
60. A hard success. Yes.
And
I
Tom.
do this dance every hour on the hour. It's no
35 out of
problem.
50.
30. All right. All successes. You dance for quite a long time as Ms. Fisher barks out choreography. She goes, dégagé and step. Sue, eyes up. Lovely hands, lovely wrists, dancers, remember? And she goes on like this for what feels like forever. You all manage to keep up with the choreography as she just pushes and pushes and pushes. The second the routine ends, she starts it up again. The second it ends, she starts it up and goes and goes and goes. One dancer, I'm going to make a little check here. If I can find the other percentile.
Yes, yes, the dancer.
One dancer, we will say it's Ruth Thomas. She at one point her ankle slips and she just falls to the ground. And Ms. Fisher barely reacts to this. She goes, "Walk it off, Ruth. Get up and sue. 5, 6, 7, 8." And she just keeps going.
Mhm.
Um,
I'm proud of her.
I have a question about my choreography in this moment, because I imagine, since there is in some parts audition aspects of this, that Miss Fisher is pointing me in particular to be dancing with different people who are auditioning, perhaps. But if I have a spare moment, I would like to make first aid for Miss Ruth.
All right, yeah.
Mm.
You do eventually get a break from the routine. Even Tom, your fingers like have started to cramp a little bit, but you've kind of pulled through to keep on playing the piece.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
How many hours in is it till the break?
Like at least 3 hours.
Oof.
Like it's grueling. It is intense. But eventually, a little water break comes in. And yeah, Dimitri, if you want to give me that first aid check for Ms. Ruth.
Oh no, bad. I got 0 4 out of 65.
Good. That's a 4 out of 65.
Yeah, a 0 0 and 4. Yeah, I'm bad.
Yeah,
I
that's
punch her ankle. I'm like, I
no,
fixed it.
No,
No.
low
that's
rolls
good.
are
That's
good.
an
You want
extreme
as far
success.
That's
away
good.
from your number as
I forget
possible.
how
No.
math works.
Yeah.
I fixed ankle by punching. It was dislocated.
She kind of looks over her ankle as you're probably applying some ice from the ice box to it as you run down to the kitchen and grab some. It's already started to swell a little bit. She just has to take her point shoe off and rest for a little bit.
I
She
think
is.
I think we have ice buckets with vodka that me and Tom are drinking, hair of dog. And like, I'm pouring him shots and starting cigarettes to put in his mouth while he plays for hours, because he's not getting cigarette breaks. And I can commiserate with the man. And I take some ice from the vodka. It's very melty, but some of it is cold. Maybe we froze vodka bottle. Maybe we ice with vodka.
Oh,
Maybe.
absolutely.
Yeah. Either way, Ruth is just kind of looks at you and goes, "Oh, thanks, Dimitri."
Yeah. I go back to lighting cigarettes for Tom.
Well, I'm not playing. Well, I mean, I'll take it anyway, but I'm not playing right now. I'm also on break.
Oh,
Ruth,
okay. I take back then.
Yeah, you can have that one. Hey, Dimitri.
Dimitri, no smoking in the dance studio, says Ms. Fisher.
I put it in Tom's mouth. It's Tom's.
Oh, well.
Apologies, Miss Fisher.
You all should know the rules by now. You've been here long enough.
That one's on me.
Yes, it is. Well, now that our break is over, we'll move on from the bar routine to the floor routine. And you spend another grueling part of rehearsal working the floor routine as opposed to in the bar. For funsies, give me another constitution check, as you are worked to the bone.
No. I got a critical success. I rolled a 1.
Please.
I rolled a 1. And
the part. I got 90.
Same hat. I got 90 out of 50.
All right. Duchess, on a critical success, I think you do a particularly beautiful grand jeté across the floor. during one routine, and Ms. Fisher looks at you and goes, and just gives like a slight nod to you, which is from Ms. Fisher, high praise.
That's like Paul Hollywood giving a handshake.
It is. It's the Ms. Fisher nod. Yeah.
I don't acknowledge it. I won't acknowledge her, but I don't make a big deal out of it.
Mhm.
My heart is
Perfect.
pounding. I feel like I'm the best thing I've ever lived in this moment, but no, I'm just.
You're like, I'm better than all these dancers here.
That was for Marion.
Oh. And so Tom and
I
Dimitri
got
failed.
I got 90 out of 80. I think well, I mean, you tell me, but I think it was really because I smoked more than just one single hit of the cigarette before give to Tom. That's what I'm blaming on.
You have to just like stop and huff for a couple of seconds. And Tom, your fingers really just start cramping. They hurt so bad.
Yeah, I think by the end, like, he is consistent, like, not consistently, but like he is definitely like making mistakes, which is not something he really does.
Just a few sour notes. But you know, when those sour notes happen, Miss Fisher just fucking glares at you, just
He-
turns.
He absolutely avoids her gaze and just does like a small like pucker of his lips and like, and then gets right back to it.
All right. I think that grueling day of rehearsal comes to a close. Miss
I ate
Fisher,
the entire rotisserie chicken.
yeah, Miss Fisher makes it known that dinner is ready in the kitchen for all of the dancers who live in the dormitories. Anyone who doesn't live there is welcome to a meal as well. Tonight, it is actually it's navy bean soup. Is dinner tonight, served with a glass of goat milk, as Miss Fisher always does. She actually keeps goats on the property, and the goat milk is fresh squeezed. It's something she's very passionate about. So
We're in Vermont, so there are turkeys in the woods. Can I catch it for my rotisserie chicken? I give you excuse to not give it to me, keeper. If you wish me to catch a turkey in the woods, I will do it. And harvest wild yams.
I think there's a rotisserie chicken,
Okay,
you know, hanging
thank
up
you.
in the kitchen. I think you can get yourself a chicken.
Yes, it was the one who supplied 6 eggs from this morning.
Yeah, exactly.
Yikes.
Is anyone staying for dinner, or are you heading home? Or I know for Dimitri, you live here, so
I live here.
this is home.
Yeah. I probably in some way helped cook.
Oh, you absolutely. You plucked the bird. You plucked the chicken.
That was for me.
Yeah, you did that for yourself.
Yeah. No, I mean helped cook the other foods or
Oh,
something.
you soaked the navy beans. How about that?
Yeah, maybe I feed the goats occasionally.
Oh yeah, you definitely do. Balanchine is particularly fond of you as you feed the goats.
Yes, I can't tell the difference between any of them.
They're all different colors too, which really makes it embarrassing.
Dimitri is great.
All right.
Thank you.
As
So nice.
as class ends and the night goes on, what do the three of you do? What's your routine look like? Do you do anything differently tonight? You would know Marion has a room in the dormitories as well. Um, but yeah, the night is yours.
Yeah.
I have list of chores.
You do, and it
Probably
seems to grow
start
longer every day.
Yeah, probably start by washing dishes.
Tom's routine is the same, if a little like sad today. Because in particular, his usual thing is after any given one of these is that, yeah, he'll go and get any food that's offered, like in a bowl of this soup, and then go out to like right behind the studio, light up a cigarette, and like usually he would like perch on a trash can or something, or just kind of make a space out there. But also usually that's the time that he does spend hanging out with Marion in particular, and she's not there
Yeah.
today, so it's just him.
Yeah, you can almost see Marion sitting next to you in your mind's eye, kind of her long dark hair, uh, sort of a round face. You've come out here and spent plenty of time together over the past 3 years, but she is not here tonight. You are alone.
He does not eat very much.
It's good I made it.
If you come out specifically to say that to him, he absolutely like kind of theatrically raises it up and takes like a bite, just, like gives a thumbs up until you leave, and then sets it back down.
I come out again, just like in scene in Lord of the Rings with Eowyn and Aragorn. Oh, it's so sad, about Marion disappearing. What's up with that, Anyways, I'm back to washing dishes.
Yeah, Dimitri, do you know anything about that?
No.
Like, it's only been a couple days or whatever, it shouldn't, she's probably fine, right?
Yeah, probably. Why not?
I don't know, it's just, this is, auditions are coming up and everything, so I'm just...
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't worry about any of that thing.
Oh, I mean, I guess there's not a lot of competition in your spot.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I don't know. I just thought you'd be here, I suppose.
More soup for you, I guess. Eat. You're too skinny.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. All right,
I wait to watch him eat at least one bite.
He does exactly one bite again. Just,
It's so good. Okay. I'll leave you my friend. And I go back to doing my chores.
Yes. As Tom sits in the alley underneath a waning moon, what does Duchess get up to this evening?
I think because I got the compliment, I think instead of eating, I let everyone else leave the rehearsal room, and instead of eating, I kind of do a quick breather and take some stretches out, and I just practice like that same jump and a few of the turns, like just more of the difficult choreography. Um, and to do it at like, I do it like at a half pace and like, but just focusing on its precision, not necessarily how it, not necessarily in how it should be, but rather just focus on like precise movements, precise stops, precise pauses, precise footwork. Yeah,
All
that's
the
what I'm doing.
fine details.
All the fine details. Yeah.
All right. How long do you think you do that?
I don't know. I'm very upset because Marion is in here and I don't have someone to watch me. And I don't have someone to tell me if this is right or wrong. And since that, I have to go off of my own judgment, which is never the best. It's very critical. Um, I honestly, I feel like she would keep doing it until she got really exhausted.
Yeah, normally Marion is by your side, giving you notes, tips to improve. But tonight you only have yourself and the mirrors in the rehearsal room. I think you go for a long, long time when the waning moon is bright in the sky. Um,
I think maybe at some point I come in to like clean floors because I do like a floor cleaning every day. That seems like one of chores, and I say, "Oh, excuse me, miss, it's time for me to clean this floor, please."
Oh,
You should go to sleep. You have the soup? I made it. It's good.
I thought it was beans.
Yes.
All right. She nods her head at the thought of soup being beans. Okay. Is there any left?
Oh, yes, lots.
Is there any bread?
Is
Small
there
pieces
bread?
of cornbread by chance?
No.
Oh, all right.
Definitely not that.
Cornbread never hurt anybody. It helps with your thighs, as she puts it. Helps you with your thighs. All right, well, good night. Yes. Yes. Oh,
Good night. And I go clean floor. I don't think I've ever heard of cornbread. And I'm
well,
puzzling
that's
the
a damn
concept of
shame.
bread, that is corn also. I don't, do you, I'm thinking, in my head, I'm thinking you shave the kernels off of the corn on the cob into the bread pan and you bake, maybe.
You know, Dimitri can give it a shot next time he's in the kitchen.
I should do this. Do I have cooking skill?
Add to that list with the
No.
banana corn on the cob.
oh, excuse me.
Corn? Bread?
Bread?
The next soup. The next soup is corn and beans with bread.
There you go. Oh. So Dimitri lives at the dormitories of the ballet school. I assume Tom doesn't. Tom's got a life somewhere. Does Duchess
Does
have like
he?
an apartment in town or?
So Louis will absolutely will never live there. No, will never live at the dormitory. Absolutely not. I go back to the remote part of town where the other Negroes are. Send me some cornbread because I am not eating beans. So some cornbread. When I go, bring me just a small piece of that cornbread. Um, and like some fruit. She doesn't. She's not in a mood to eat, but she knows she needs to put something on her system. So
I think you've got a
little fruit.
neighbor who kind of looks out for you.
Oh
You
yes,
know, gives you
yes.
some stuff. So there's a little plate of some cornbread and a little snack kind of
She
waiting at your
knows.
door.
Mm. Mama, thank you, Mama. Yes. Turns it in, and she just eats. It's really late, but she eats and she eventually will lay down. Thank the Lord Almighty for allowing her to have the feet to dance. And yeah, that's what she does. She eats under the moonlight.
All right. That's fantastic. I think the last thing for this night, Dimitri, as you eventually go to bed, you know there is a lights out time at the dormitories, but tonight, like many of the other nights, after lights out, maybe a couple hours after lights out, you hear that click, 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 click of Miss Fisher's heels as she walks down the hallway. Presumably to make sure people are where they're supposed to be, but the footsteps fade off into the night as you go to bed.
Yup. Seems like a normal night here at Windham Ballet. Good night, everyone. I think also my bedroom is not on same floor as girls because that would be inappropriate.
No, the boys have different areas. There are a few male dancers, and you've got like a portion on a different floor.
Do any of the other ones live here?
There is at least one international student who lives next, like probably has a room next to yours. His name is Jin Huang. He is all the way from China. And he.
I knock on his door.
Yeah, you do so. He answers it. He's kind of got like short hair. He's got the sleep in his eyes. And he's
Ah, my friend, you're awake. Shall we drink some vodka?
I wasn't awake. You woke me up.
Oh, my apologies. The night is young and so are we. I have been drinking.
Like, yeah, he just looks at you. Give me a fast talk check.
Charm, that's better.
All right.
Ooh, spooky. No, not spooky. Bad. 96. I thought it
a
was
96,
60.
you say? A 96? 96 is the threshold for a critical fumble. He goes, I'm not interested in drinking, and I think Miss Fisher should know about this. And he just closes his door on you.
Okay. I go to my room, and I continue drinking my vodka.
Yeah, you drink your vodka into the night. Eventually the sun rises, once again.
Another beautiful day here at Wyndham Ballet.
The night before the sun rose. The night before the sun rose.
Every day is different. Yeah, Duchess comes in early to stretch, especially because today is auditions. Mostly auditions for the women roles, because the male roles are sorted out for the most part. Dimitri feels very confident about this.
As everyone
I'm in great shape.
As everyone is filing in, as we normally do on this very normal day.
Yeah, very normal.
I'm looking for Marion again.
You watch the dancers file in, but Marion is not among them once again. Why don't three of you give me a psychology check? Or spot hidden check. I'll allow that as well, as the dancers file into the classroom.
Well, actually, I had a thing I was thinking.
Oh, please, yes.
Because I think this is not actually the same as a regular day for Tom. Because I think he actually does show up early, but not to go to the performance hall. He is specifically going by Marion's room.
Excellent. I think that's a fantastic idea.
He definitely has like the air of someone being out of place, like going into the dormitories. Like he's just kind of like looking around everywhere.
Yes. Why don't you give me a stealth check to kind of blend in and not, you're like, this is normal. It's normal that I'm here.
Hot one.
Ooh, love that. All right.
Which is very funny because, yeah, he's default stealth, so it's just 20% stealth, but hot one.
I mean, very lucky roll, Mr. Tom Burns. Maybe his luck is turning around. Who knows? Yeah, you make your way up to Marion's room. No one cares or notices that you're here. They're like, oh, that's just Tom.
Yeah, see, that's usual.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yikes. All right, do you try and open Marion's door?
I think it's the sort of thing where, like, despite, like, the fact that it doesn't make any sense, he knocks on it first.
You knock, and there is no answer.
All right, and then yeah, he'll try the handle.
All right. The handle turns and the door swings open, actually. It is not locked.
It's very much one of those that when it turns and he feels it give way a little bit, he sort of stands there for a second and then just sort of like eases it and then lets go and just stands in the doorway like he's, again, very clearly like, I don't know if what I'm doing is correct.
The door creaks open as you just let it swing inward into the room. Marion's room is much like any of the other rooms in the dormitories. There is a bed, a wardrobe, a sink in here as well. Communal bathrooms, so no adjoining bathroom, but a sink in here. However, what's different today is taking a look around the room. You see the wardrobe has been like, it is left open. It's missing a lot of clothing. It looks like kind of her essentials are missing from the room.
Yeah, I think after letting the door hang open for a second, he would step inside and just kind of like give a once around look, hand on his chin, sort of looking over that, and she really just did pack up and go. I don't think he's like really scrutinizing it. I think if like anything stood out to him, he'd look at it. But like if it just seems like that's all, yeah, I think he would just kind of linger for maybe a minute and a half and then leave.
Why don't you give me a psychology check? As you're kind of, you don't want to be intrusive, so you're not like digging through what's remaining, but you're sitting in here, you're standing here, and kind of looking over everything.
That is, I'm gonna go ahead and spend 4 to make that as exact on, because that was a 54 out of 50.
All right,
Okay.
yeah, spend those luck points. Use them like you stole them. That's what I say. Yeah, kind of sitting here and thinking about it. Something feels wrong. You're not exactly sure how to put it into words, but like looking at what's still here, you have the thought that it seems like someone else packed these bags. If Marion packed these bags, she wouldn't have left that behind.
Just sort of runs a hand through his hair, scratches for a second, and then checks his watch and is like, ah, shit. We'll leave the room and give it one last look before closing the door gently and just, yeah, walking back to the dance hall.
Yeah, you close the door behind you and scurry back to the dance hall. All right. Fantastic. All right. We're going to fast forward back to where we were. Thank you so much for interjecting. If anyone has anything they want to do, please feel free to anytime interrupt me and say, actually, I want to do this. Yeah, as the dancers file into the rehearsal room, let's get psychology checks. I think that's where we were going with that. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Yeah, you said psychology or spot hidden.
Or spot hidden, yes.
And I got a 13 on my spot hidden.
And a thumbs down from Max.
I got a spooky number this time, a 66.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Okay.
89 out of
But I
50 for
failed.
my psychology, so fail.
All right.
I got a 13 on my spot hidden. I'm rolling.
You're
Let's
on
go.
fire.
It will turn because my dice do that to me. So everyone, just wait for it.
Oh, and a fun fact about Call of Cthulhu that I've just remembered. This may not be relevant because we may not play these characters again, but when you succeed a check, you can give a little check mark next to it, and that means you can try later to make the skill better. If you succeed at a skill, you can try at the end of the session to make the skill better for future.
I don't remember. Oh, I got the good one on the first day. That's right. I punched the ankle good.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I listened good.
All right, perfect. Just thought I'd mention that for anyone out there who wants to play Call of Cthulhu. That's how your characters advance in the game.
So yeah,
All right. Okay, on a success. All right, you see hey, it's Ruth again. Ruth kind of has, let's see, on a spot hidden. Ruth kind of is looking out towards the window and just kind of like biting a nail and just kind of looking out the window.
yeah. Everybody that looks suspicious is now a suspect to me. So I just go over to her. Right. How tall is she?
She's above average, slightly, maybe like 5'8".
Oh, she's taller than me. So instead of standing behind her, I stand in front of her and look up to her. Excuse me,
uh, yes, Duchess?
you seem a little scared.
Just, it's with my ankle. I'm worried I'm not going to be able to rehearse. I'm worried I'm not going to be able to audition with my ankle like this. I can barely go up on releve.
You're worried about an ankle when one of your company members is missing.
Well, give me give me a some sort of check. Let's see. Do you have intimidate?
Nope, I used to take a glass of some gun and
We can try to roll intimidate and see what happens.
let's see what happens. No, it's a 50. No,
Uh,
there's nothing I can do there.
she kind of like, you look like you've hit a nerve. And she goes, well, of course I'm worried about Marion, but right now I have to think about what Miss Fisher wants from me. I have to dance on this ankle, Duchess. You
She wants you
understand?
to dance. That's all she wants from you, love. She just wants you to dance. She wants you to give it your heart, your soul, everything that is entirely your entire being. That's what she wants from you. But what did Marion want? See, that's the issue. And nobody in this godforsaken dance company, ballet, whatever you want to call this, seems to give two shits about whether she's alive or dead. And I don't like it. I'm watching you.
How loud is this?
I'm whispering this to her. She's just
Yeah.
trying to shorter than her. Whispering up to her.
She just kind of like looks around. She's like, and she goes, and she just like walks away from you.
Listen, it's not quite, but I just.
She just runs over to the other side of the room. And she
I'm a
goes, ow, my
zealot for
ankle.
Marion, man. Go over to Tom. Tom's Fisher here. I don't like it.
Well, I think you're right about that, actually.
What do you mean? Tell me more.
Okay. Don't tell anyone, okay?
Who am I going to tell? Nobody likes me.
All right, fair. So I went into Marion's room earlier. It wasn't I didn't want to mean anything by it. Just the door was unlocked and was checking, see if she was still there or anything. Her stuff was packed up, like, I mean, it's possible that she left, but she left a couple of her favorite dresses, like that jacket that she always wore when she went out on the town. And like really like that jacket amongst other things, and I don't know, it doesn't feel like her. That makes sense.
Check that. It does. It makes a lot of
I
sense. It makes a lot of sense.
I come over and I say, I was listening, and I was wondering, Keeper, can I have a good listen skill.
Yeah.
Can I have heard? Did I hear anything? Can I roll to have heard anything the night she disappeared?
Give me a retroactive listen check for the night Marion disappeared.
I want to roll some dice. Bleh, no.
You can always
56.
push yourself. I'll allow it this time. On
I'm
a
going to
retroactive check.
really try to remember having heard anything. Oh, this time we got it 37 out of 40.
All right, yeah. I think you have to like walk back to your room and be like, "This is where I heard it. What did I hear?" You have to like reconstruct the crime in your mind.
We just see Dimitri like raise a finger like he's gonna say something, and then he leaves the room.
For them to return in that complete silence.
Right.
Because when Dimitri is onto something, he's onto
What
something.
did I hear?
You heard the night that apparently Marion disappeared. You heard click, 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 click. Much like Miss Fisher's high heels on the floor, but they sounded heavier, and it sounded like maybe there was more of them.
I hear Miss Fisher, except not her. And question, follow-up question: was the sound I hear last night same sound?
It was slightly different. Last night it sounded very much more like Ms. Fisher normally does, where kind of like a lighter step. She's kind of a small woman. The steps on the night a few nights ago sounded much heavier.
Okay, this is what confused me. Normal Miss Fisher last night, 2 nights ago, multiple Miss Fishers, perhaps, or heavier shoes, or I don't know, someone wearing her shoes. Someone is thieving her shoes. Did Marion weigh more? Do you think she stole Miss Fisher's shoes?
She's almost certainly lighter than Miss Fisher.
Yes.
Also, like, when you say multiple Miss Fishers, do you mean like Winifred as well, or?
Good point. Good point.
Or what do you mean when you say multiple Miss Fisher?
I don't know. I only listen.
Which is interesting because Winifred came in all smiles, giggles, and sahas yesterday.
Does she wear high heels?
I don't look at her
Occasionally,
feet.
Winifred's been known to wear high heels. Right now, she's wearing her dance shoes, but you know, when she goes out in town, she
Winifred
wears high
has
heels.
been known to wear high heels, but right now she's wearing dance shoes.
Hey, Jennifer Dimitri, good job. I see that you are very observant
Thank you.
with your eyes.
Thank you.
And you,
He does like a little, he's so tall compared to you. How tall are you?
I'm only 5'5".
He's like maybe a whole foot taller than you.
My God. So many tall people.
looking up.
We have to find her. We have to find her. And by we, I mean
Okay.
you, Dimitri, and you, Tom, and me.
How?
I don't know. But nobody else seems to be looking for her. Everybody thinks she's ran away, but I know that is not the case.
Okay.
Doesn't make sense.
Okay. So what you wanting for me to do?
Listen, keep your ears open.
Okay, I'm very good at listen.
Well, I mean, if you heard something, maybe someone else did also. Like, whose rooms are next to Marion's?
keeper?
That would be, what do you know? Ruth
Mm-hmm.
and Olga.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Okay. All right. All right. Broken ankle and Olga. Mhm. I'll make sure I find a spot next to them too during the audition today. I'll watch them and see what we come up against. I'm not trying to be anybody special here. I just want to make the offer clearest. So I'll keep my focus on, you know, they during the audition.
How are the auditions
Okay.
structured?
The audition is structured, a bunch of dancers who, quite a few from in town who aren't a part of the company can also come and audition. You get a number, you put the number somewhere on your body, you start dancing. Dancers get eliminated until, there are certain individuals left. And then if callbacks need to happen, sometimes callbacks happen. But if not, then the cast list is posted the next day.
Awesome.
Do I need to audition?
It's a formality. You audition, if only to help out the dancers who need a partner. If nothing
Okay.
else.
I do that.
All right. Yeah. Go ahead.
I was about to ask Tom. Tom, do you have the song memorized?
Well, I mean, I mostly go off of like a sight read the first time, but I mean, yeah, after like once, it's fine.
It's all right. It's all right. Okay. I was gonna ask you to keep your eyes open, but it's all right. I understand. I understand.
No, I
You
mean,
took kind of stumble things yesterday,
we're
so
we're gonna be
we want to
moving
make
it.
sure.
We're gonna go over like a whole bunch of times. I mean, there should be time, right?
There
This
should be time.
important. This
I think we can
important.
do this.
Yeah. It is.
I think I am positioning myself near Duchess because, like, at least when the audition is getting started, so I can listen near her.
I'm really short and really light, so if you need to lift me up so I can see higher, do it.
Well, only if that's part of the choreography. I don't go off book.
That's good. That's good. Miss Fisher would kill you if you did. We'll figure it out.
No,
We'll figure it out.
I wouldn't know how to. Like, what would I do instead? I don't know.
You don't know how to improv, sweetie?
What is this?
Oh, we can go dancing after this one day.
We dance every day.
Oh no, honey, this is ballet.
Yeah.
We need to go dancing, improv.
I don't know about. We'll see.
Okay, we'll figure it out. When Marion is here, we'll all go dancing. I know that will happen.
Dimitri, have you ever heard of jazz?
What?
Yeah, that makes sense.
But chuckle. Is Miss Fisher there yet?
Yes, I think Miss Fisher has click, click, click,
Got
click,
it.
walked into the room.
All right.
She gives her little spiel. Welcome to auditions for the Wyndham Ballet Company. I expect perfection. You've each been assigned a number. My colleagues and I, and there's a few chairs with a few other members of the kind of faculty of the company. The costume designer is here. People like that. And they'll say, we'll be sitting in these chairs. We will be judging your performance, your knowledge of dance, and that certain je ne sais quoi that we're looking for. Best of luck to you all. And she turns and sits down. And the audition begins. To start off, you each can do, anything you like if you want to try to talk to some dancers while you're dancing. But first, I need a check. I believe Dimitri and Duchess, you both have ballet as a skill.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you roll me some ballet? And Tom,
Ooh,
you can roll me some piano if you like.
Sure, why not?
29 out of 65.
All right.
Beautiful. I'm going. I got a 73 out of 70, but I'm going to use. Yeah, I'll just use 3. I'll use 3 luck
All
points
right.
to make it a success.
All right.
16 out of 75.
Hell yeah. All right. Duchess, you don't get that same nod from Ms. Fisher today.
That's fine.
But
I'm focused today.
yeah, you're very focused. All right. As the auditions commence, what would you like to do? Duchess, you've kind of positioned yourself near Ruth and near Olga. Dimitri is nearby. The floor is yours, literally and figuratively.
As I'm dancing, it's muscle memory, right? That's why it's not her best. She's not really focused on it. She's
Mm-hmm.
focused on everybody. Cause it's moving really fast, looking at every little minute. My goal is to find out who's trying too hard, who looks suspicious.
All right. Give me a psychology check.
So I'm about to use my look like since I was talking about. No, okay, that's just no, that's it's 75. I thought it was a 73. It's a 53. That's
50.
75, so yes.
All right. Yeah, you see, let's see, Winifred, looks like she's hot shit. She has walked in like she owns the place. She is kicking ass with the choreography. She is just oozing confidence today.
Mm.
Uh, Ruth still looks incredibly nervous. When she's not wincing in pain from her ankle, she is giving kind of furtive glances out the window for the ballet studio.
She can look out the window. Look at the window. Looking out the window because she been looking out the window all day.
You look out the window. You see the beautiful Vermont woods, and that's about it. The leaves are changing color. They're kind of a
Oh,
beautiful red orange right now. It's Vermont is beautiful. The woods are beautiful. Maybe Ruth
mhm.
is just looking out at the beautiful woods.
Every time Ruth looks back from the window, I try to look at her. So I'm just a glance to give her a look of like, what are you looking at?
She just is like, don't don't look at me while I'm dancing. You're making me nervous. I think she's seen you seeing her enough times. She kind of like, dances over to you and goes, talk after the audition, okay?
All right. That's what that was.
Okay, and just like dances away.
What I do?
Dimitri, are you up to anything specific?
You're listening.
All right, listening. I think Olga kind of dances up to you and goes, uh, she goes, "Hi, Dimochka.
Oh, God.
Would you like to be my partner for the lift?
I don't get to decide partners.
Just,
I am not deciding in partner.
Miss Fisher likes you. You should say I want to work with Olga."
Okay, sure, I'll do this. I go
Okay,
over to
it'll
Miss
be fun.
Fisher. I go over to Miss Fisher, but I don't want to. If she seems busy, I'm not bothering her.
She does like she's got a clipboard and she's writing, notes furiously down as the audition is happening.
Can I just try to glance the notes?
Yeah. Give me a stealth check.
I'm okay. Stealth? I don't. Okay. No. Can I jump? Can I jump up high? and try to jump up very high and see the clipboard in one quick second.
Extreme success for this to work. Okay.
That's such
But
a
yes, you can do it.
inspired idea.
Let's go. Come on, Dimitri.
I just roll separately for having to have read it or understood it. I'm just trying to see it and then by jumping right now. I really just want to jump.
Jump and make it an extreme success to see those notes.
Okay. I got a 60. So what do I have to do for extreme 60 of jump is 75?
That would be 1/5 of your skill. Under 1/5.
Under 75. Well, no, I don't have extreme success, but I did a good jump.
But you did a great jump. Yeah, I mean it's a lovely jump. You see her kind of like look at your jump and write something down. But
I go back over to Olga and I say, I jump in front of her, maybe she partner us. That's the best I can do.
I look forward to dancing with you. And she
Okay.
kind of giggles.
Okay.
Beyond that, listening, you do hear that kind of like whispered Ruth saying, let's talk after the audition.
During those small intervals where, like, you do your nice stretch of the audition and then you go off and then, another group comes on. Within that time I'm off. Anybody saying anything?
Saying anything?
Yeah.
Ooh. I think you see, the directress and the other faculty members up front kind of whispering notes in between themselves. I think you see Louise gossiping about Marion. You see Guadalupe, who is another international dancer here.
Okay.
She's got a she pulls out a rosary from her dance bag and just kind of holds it in her hands and plays with the beads in between like this little water break that's happening right now, and then puts it away in her dance bag.
Good egg. Really good egg. Who am I more interested in? I want to hear what this Louisa got to say. I know she's saying something. Yeah, I'm gonna go listen up next to Louisa.
I mean, she's just spreading absolute bullshit about Marion. Yesterday she said she was pregnant. Today she's saying, oh, she got involved with cocaine and ran off. It's Marion, and that she would never do anything like that.
Okay. So we got the gossiper. She's still gossiping. Okay. How's Ruth looking? Is she all right? That ankle's still messy.
Ruth is managing. She's not doing the choreography at 100%. She's kind of marking here and there. Her jumps aren't as high as they normally would be, but she is getting through it, at least.
Good. Okay. Yeah. I go over to the window. I want to specifically look out of the window.
All right. You look out the window. I think this is a perfect time to get listen checks from everyone.
Okay. I'm so good at this. I did so bad.
No.
I got 94.
77 out of 50. What?
Sorry.
I got a 42 out of 70.
42 out of 70. All right. And it sounded like the other two were failures. 94 is definitely a failure. All right. Okay. Duchess, you look out the window, and maybe because you move over here, you're in a better position to hear this. But above you, the floor above you, is mostly storage, but you hear what sounds like bare footsteps running above you. Even though Tom and Dimitri don't seem to hear this, a few other students and dancers seem to pick up on this. A few kind of stop their dancing. There seems to be a nervous energy filling the room now. The footsteps stop suddenly and are replaced with a scream. And Duchess, you suddenly see a blur of movement out the window pulled down by gravity. Some students shout out in surprise at seeing this. You're joined at the window by a few other students who rush to look out. Even the stone-faced, unflappable Edith Fisher turns to look out the window. Tom and Dimitri, what are you doing as this happens? You didn't hear the footsteps, but you certainly saw something
I
fall
go look
past
out the window. Everyone's looking out the window. What is there to see?
Yeah, I think Tom also goes, but like is a little slower because he's, this is in the middle of things that were happening. So he takes like the time to like shut the cover over the piano before, like keys before going over.
Duchess, you are front and center as you will yourself to look down. You see Marion Ackley lying on the ground, unmoving. Her back is arched, but not the way you've seen it arched on stage mid-arabesque. It's overextended. It's unnatural. Her feet, still pointed, are bloody and covered in mud. Her arms are outstretched delicately in front of her. Lovely hands and wrists, as Ms. Fisher likes to say. As blood pools out from underneath her, you realize that Marion Ackley is dead. I need all of you to make a sanity check, please.
I'm going to spend 5 luck to make exact success.
You unfortunately cannot spend luck on
No, I
sanity
can't.
checks.
Okay, well, 55 out of 50.
15 out of 40.
I just made it. Just made a successful of 50 out of 50.
All right.
Oh, man.
And what did Tom get?
15 out of 40.
15 out of 40. All right. I think we will deal with the repercussions of that sanity roll after we take a short break. welcome back to Call of Cthulhu. We find ourselves at the Wyndham Ballet Company, and the dancer who is missing, Marion Ackley, has just been found
Well,
on
we
the
found
ground,
her.
apparently having fallen from a great height
Oh, we did it,
from
gang.
the dance building. Yeah, mystery solved. We can all go home, right? We found her.
Game's done. We're done. We
Good
did
news,
it.
bad news.
It's a surprise. Everything's bad. Before the break, we had everyone roll sanity. I believe Duchess and Tom succeeded their SAN checks.
Wait,
So
Duchess, what's your number? What's your sanity number?
50.
50?
Mm-hmm. I put the highest little thing I could into my power. I'm a zealot.
I was just curious if I have had the highest sanity to have then failed. Anyways, I'm fucked up now.
Well, Duchess and Tom still lose 1 point of sanity, even on a success.
Okay.
This is a woman that you knew, that you perhaps had some sort of feelings for, on either of your parts. Dimitri, that was a failure. I am going
Baby
to roll a
boy's got
die.
trauma.
Let's see. All right. Dimitri, take 4 points of sanity loss.
Okay.
Lucky for you, that is just below the threshold for temporary insanity. So you do not go temporarily insane.
Goodness.
However, that is still a failure. So what that means is... What do you think it would be? Well, obviously he must jump. He must jump in fright at the sight of this with your big, strong legs. You just... I mean, tell me if I'm wrong, but I think Dimitri is, young, dumb, naive, innocent. I
Young,
think the
dumb,
last
and
time he
full
saw...
of jump.
Yeah, full of jump. Maybe the last time he saw a dead body was when his parents were sick with influenza. But this is different. This is not influenza. This is unnatural. This is bloody. This is broken. And this is Marion, who you know, and you were just speaking to a few days ago, probably. And you jump back from the window in fright, maybe even landing on your ass instead of on your feet, like you normally do when you jump.
That's almost more shocking to me.
I think Ruth Thomas with the hurt ankle, Ruth faints. She just goes down onto the ground. She just passes out. There is a commotion from everyone in the room. They go, oh my god, is that Marion? And just chaos happens.
What floor of the building are we on?
The dance studios are on the second floor.
Okay, I think without talking to anyone or doing anything otherwise, just very stiffly, Tom immediately just starts walking downstairs, like just very mechanically.
I run right behind. Well,
if you're running, you probably get ahead of him. Like,
yeah, what you call it, Tom? I don't know if I'm like running to her. I've seen that she is dead, and that kind of, that like this person. I know this person is dead. That slow walk. I don't want to see them, but I want to know. It's that type of thing.
Yeah, as you leave the dance studio, Ms. Fisher starts, barking out orders. She says to get away from the window. Someone should call the police. But you don't even hear those words. You just go downstairs. You are able to go downstairs. You walk all the way to where Marion's body is on the ground. She... Not only are her feet bloody and covered in mud, this close now you see a bunch of small scratches on her arms and legs, almost like she'd been running through the woods. She looks thinner than the last time you saw her as well.
So she's thinner. She's in her dance attire. No cloak, nothing like that. Just nothing.
No.
Just
Would I be correct with presumption that she is oddly thinner for having only been gone 3 days?
A medicine check.
Sure, I'm not going to be great at it, but nonetheless. Oh god, well that's a 1 if you're not skilled in it, so we'll see, I guess. You know what? I'll fucking spend the luck on that. I got an op 4. I'll spend 3. I'll do that.
nice.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I called the
That's-
police.
Yeah, Dimitri calls the police. You use the the phone on the wall, and you ring the local authorities. On that, again, maybe your luck is turning around. If not for this slight hiccup, Marion looks far more underweight than would be reasonable in a 3-day span from the last time you saw her. She's always been a thin girl, but she looks almost emaciated.
Yeah.
Now. No, I get. Are there footprints? Like you said, like it looks like she fell from the distance. It looks like she fell from. Like I guess my question is, how tall is this ballet studio? Is it like 4 floors, 3 floors? Like how many floors?
It's 4 floors. And you can see a window broken up on the top
I was
floor.
about to ask, is there a window broken?
Yeah, there are shards of glass surrounding her body, and you can very clearly see, looking up, a broken window.
What floor is? Would you say that? What floor is that on?
The 4th floor, we'll call it.
4th floor. And we were on the 2nd floor.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Tom fails to light a cigarette like 4 times in a row before eventually needing to take a good look at it. And
yeah, you just keep on trying to strike the match, and it's just not happening for you.
I bend down to Marion. It's just her hair. She looks presentable. And that's it. I want to just, I'm not going to move her body or anything. And just move her hair.
what the hell happened to her?
Looks like she fell. All the way up there.
I mean, yeah, but everything else.
What do you mean?
I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't. She is not looking like herself. I mean, it's her, yeah, but look at her. I mean, her arms, how she's bent, she is so skinny. You can see her ribs through there.
Well,
what the hell happened to her?
I think now that she's noticing that, I think she just stares at you, Tom. I think she just kind of breaks the tough demeanor. I think I just break. I just start to cry.
Tom's not exactly a touchy-feely guy, but the amount that he offers is he's still like kind of reaches out and just like very gently pats the back of your shoulders. Kind of crushes the cigarette that he had lit and just tosses it away now. This isn't right.
It's more than not right. Somebody killed her.
Yeah.
This is what I said. I knew this. I knew it. I said she was missing. I knew something was going to happen to her, and this is exactly what happened. Something happened to her. I don't like this place.
I don't think I do anymore either.
And I look to Marion, and I look to you, Tom, and I say, so do we find out who did this to her?
She deserves that much at least, I guess.
So where do we start? Who has eyes and ears around this place that we could go to?
What's the name of the handyman?
Stuart.
Stuart. As far as I'm aware, like, the person who's got the most time around here is Stuart, but...
Yes.
Other than Mrs. Fisher, of course, but...
This is gonna be dumb. What about Dimitri?
Okay, well,
I think
time-wise,
Jimmy comes
maybe.
out like eating something to greet the cops at this point.
Yeah, I think as this conversation is happening, you hear the police sirens coming in from the center of town.
Dimitri, can you
Yeah.
help? Tom
I
and I
don't want to.
believe.
Dimitri is like standing in such a way as to not be looking. He's not trying to see this at all. I'm here to see the cops.
Fine, that's perfectly fine. Dimitri, remember when you said you would help us earlier?
Yeah, I'm helping. I called the cops.
Can you help us find her killer?
Yeah, I called the cops.
No, that's not gonna help.
Cops are useless.
Absolutely.
What? Since when?
Since always.
Come on now, she
This
fell
is
from the building.
news to me.
She fell. They're going to say she fell from the building. Suicide, audition, things like that. I don't know why I slipped into your accent. Now it's that.
Yeah, it's good.
But we can't have that. We know that's not what happened to Marion.
I don't know anything.
Come on, Dimitri, you lived here. You know her.
Yeah, okay, what do you want me to do to help? Besides calling the cops?
Dimitri, what's on
Help
the
us
fourth
find-
floor?
What?
It's on the fourth floor.
Do I know what's on the fourth floor, Keeper?
Mostly. Props and things like that.
Stuff. Things, objects, items. That's what I say to them.
Is it locked? Do you need like a key to get in?
No, we can go in. I have keys to everything.
Let's go in.
Yeah. Yeah, we gotta do this.
All right.
Hold
As
on.
you
Before we do that. No, I can't get it. Bitches, a gun here, like a rifle. Or a shotgun.
I don't know anything about that.
Keep your eyes out for a shotgun. I'm a pretty good shot. And I'm not trying to be pushed out of no window.
I think for the first time, like since seeing this, that like Tom's expression changes a little bit because it's just been like this hard, like not blank, and it's just kind of like, okay, I'll keep in mind. Okay.
Okay, I just put me in front of the window. I'll block it.
With that in mind, also, actually,
I'll just stay in between you and window.
from down here, like, both, firstly, like, what can we see through that fourth floor hole, if anything? And secondly, who's looking out of the second story?
There is not much you can see into the fourth floor. It's dark up there. So from the outside, not much is visible. Looking down from the dance studio is Winifred. Almost everyone, honestly. So
Right.
not just Winifred, but Ruth is not looking out the window. Presumably she is still recovering from her fainting spell. But almost everyone is just kind of like crowded around,
Okay.
looking at this.
This-
Ms. Fisher is not. She has moved
Okay.
on.
So this is this is almost certainly a roll. Is anyone looking out not upset?
Ooh, give me a psychology check, please.
Let's go, Tom.
That's a pretty bad roll. God, how would I push myself for this at all? I think it matters to him. I think it's not even like, yeah, I think what he's looking for in particular is anyone who seems specifically kind of laissez-faire about it, or Giddy would not be right. He's not looking for someone excited, because that's something different. He's specifically like being like, okay, thinking about this for a moment, and is looking for people who just seem dismissive.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think if you push yourself, you're looking without caring if they notice you're looking,
Yeah, that's totally fine.
Perfect.
That still fucking sucks. Yeah, that's a 70 out of 50.
Okay. Yeah, I think that the consequence for failing this push is that you don't quite see. I think it's still too dark up there, even with the light on in the dance studio. Kind of the reflections are messing with you, but whoever was looking out saw you looking at them.
Mm.
And I think with that, a cop comes out of a cop car. He's kind of a bigger guy. He's got chewing tobacco in his mouth. And
Is he bigger than me? He's not bigger than me.
I mean, he's smaller than you. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay. he's a little round. But he kind of just looks to Dimitri and goes, well, what seems to be the problem, son?
Yeah, I did not see it happen. I only see dead body of dancer who lived here. We thought she left a few days ago. She is over there. This is all I know.
Yeah, he walks around the side of the building, apprises the situation, looks at the body on the ground, looks at the broken window, and Duchess nailed it. He goes, well, looks like a suicide to me.
To Dimitri behind the window.
Now we're still gonna need to call in the medical examiner, and we gotta. No one touched the body, and we'll take a look at everything. But that seems pretty cut and dry. Poor girl must have had a touch of the melancholy, and well, there she is.
I'm actively not looking in a different direction. I do not wish to see it. I say, okay, what do you want for me to do? I have jobs to do, actually. I have to go. I walk back into the ballet studio.
All right.
And with the fellow dancers, they are inconsolable. We're going inside.
All right. You two should head on inside as well. We've got things covered out here.
Should we make sure, is this one of those things where no one's supposed to leave?
Yeah, we'll want a statement from everyone. So if you all just want to sit tight, we'll talk to each of you.
Still like bloodshot red eyes, tears still like dried up on her face, but a menacing look in her eye. She just turns around, stiffens her back, and then walks inside.
Yeah. You walk back inside as, police and, emergency services kind of start to congregate, looking at the body. When you get inside, Ruth kind of hobbles down the stairs into the foyer, and goes, "It was real. Last night it was real."
What
is
are you talking
real?
about, crazy girl?
Right.
She kind of like makes sure no cops are listening to her, and she goes, I well, okay, you know how my room is right next to Marion's, and I really like my room because it has such a great view of the woods. And sometimes
Yeah.
I'll just sit and I'll look at the woods for hours. I think it's just so beautiful, and I can get lost in those leaves, especially this time of year, right? So I was.
Can you get to the point?
I'm sorry.
Absolutely. Hurry up.
I'm sorry. I was looking at the trees last night, and I thought I was dreaming. I saw Marion in the woods, clear as day. I mean, she looked like a ghost. I thought I must have been dreaming.
Where in the woods?
If anything,
Where?
I shot.
I need more specifics than that.
Well, the woods outside my window, just down that way.
Took notepad. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the woods that are to the north, right there. That's my little corner of the woods.
To the north. Now, when you say you saw her, she looked like ghostly white. You said ghostly white.
She was pale. She was running. No, she wasn't running. She was dancing. Well, she was running and dancing. It looked like, I don't know. It looked like she couldn't control herself. It was so strange.
This does not seem strange to me. I am dancing in the every hours of the night all the time.
Dimitri, this was different than what you do. I've seen you dance on the hour.
Yes, every hour.
It was. I mean, I dance all the time too, but this was like a frenzy. It was. I don't know. It was so strange. I chalked it up to being a dream. Like I said, it just didn't make sense. I thought if Marion had really run away, she'd be across the country by now. Surely she can't be here. But then now she is here. She never left. She never left.
I know this. I asked you earlier and you didn't say a thing.
I didn't think it was anything. I thought I was just being silly.
I looked to Tom and Dimitri. Are we going into the woods?
No, we're going to fourth floor. I have keys to fourth floor, not to woods. Let's go. I start walking upstairs.
I think there is an order of things, but I think we are going to have to go out there. Ruth.
Yeah.
Did you care at all about Marion? Even a little?
Sure.
That's fine. In her honor, can you just not bring this up to the police? I don't think it's part of what happened with that right now. I don't think they need to know.
I don't want them to think I'm crazy. I don't want them to put me in the loony bin. I'm not going to tell them nothing.
They'll put you straight in the loony bin. Arrested. There, psychedelics every day. You'll never know which way is up and which way is down, which way is left and which way is right.
You're speaking from experience, Duchess.
No, I'm just speaking from understanding.
I think
want that.
I think just take advantage of this disruption. Take a seat, rest your leg. Don't talk to the cops if you can help it, okay?
Let's go. We're going to
We're
4th
going.
floor.
Yeah,
I'm,
yeah.
like,
We got something to
at
do. Just make.
stairs, leaning down. Ruth can come.
No, Ruth
Ruth
cannot.
can come with if she wants to come with.
My foot. I think I'm still a little lightheaded.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
fine.
so
That's
stay.
yeah.
Ruth, make sure no one leave. Okay, you stay at door. We go to
And she
4th
just
floor.
like sits on the stairs.
If you
Yeah, you head
leave,
up.
Ruth, if you leave this spot, I will tell everybody that you are insane.
You want to catch Killer? What if Killer leaving?
Yeah.
Yeah, she just like cowers. All right, you head up to the 4th floor. All right.
Yeah, we go. We're up at the 4th floor. There's no key. Or if there is, I have it.
All right. You've got the key. And you open up the kind of the storage room. It is dark in here. There's a lot of boxes. There's some old costumes. It kind of smells very faintly like mothballs and BO up here.
Just like I said, objects, items.
Yeah, props. There's the Rat King costume for the Nutcracker up here. There's a bunch of old ribbons and like extra dance shoes, things like that.
I just want to look around real quick for anything that shouldn't be up here, even if it's like a rat. Be up here. That is up here.
I'm doing a comedic Chris Hemsworth in Ghostbusters 2016, like montage of picking up props and trying on random things.
Perfect.
No.
Yeah, you trying a dance belt.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Inexplicably like ABBA pants.
Get a cork tipped rapier.
Oh my.
You know, all of those props. Yeah, give me a spot hidden. One of the most useful skills in Call of Cthulhu. What can I say? We're spotting hidden things in this game.
That's not what I'm built for, but I'm going to see if I accidentally pick something up that happens to have been a hidden item.
Excellent.
Oh, I did! 18 of 25.
Nice.
I got an 6 out of 45.
Wow. I just succeeded 43 out of 65, but y'all are better than mine.
Those are all successes.
Hidden items.
Put everything into few things, and those few things matter. So,
I think you kind of all notice this at the same time. Dimitri, one of those prop swords you pick up has a little bit of mud kind of stuck on it. And then you look down, and Duchess and Tom, your eyes follow, and there's a splash of mud on the ground. It looks almost like a footprint.
is there a trail?
And then at looking, you realize there is a trail of muddy footprints.
Okay, I put them behind, and I put sword in front, and I follow footprints.
All right. Tom, I think on that 4 as well, you can suss out that it looks like multiple sets of footprints. Someone pursuing and someone being pursued.
Now, here's a question for you. I assume at least one of those sets of footprints is bare feet.
Yes.
What about the other one?
The other one, I'm going to give this to you because you rolled so well. it's weird. It looks like a hoof print.
What do you see?
Well, that can't be right. But you see that mud there?
Mm-hmm.
That like it looks like a hoof. You know, like you see this little part that curves like this. It's one of those like
All right.
you know
Is it
you
big like a horse? Is it small like a goat?
it's yeah, it's a two-tone.
Well, it looks like a goat's hoof, but it appears to be larger than a goat.
Oh, it's not.
It's a deer.
Those that is a relic once against the Lord Almighty. Is it satanic? Mm.
Walking, I'm following footsteps. What I find?
The footsteps go right up to the broken window.
Oh, guys, the footsteps go right up to the broken window.
Okay, now here's the important question. What are they the other direction?
Mm.
Then the other direction, they appear to the goat-like footprints appear to kind of walk back from the window.
prints?
The hoof prints. They appear to like walk back from the window, and then you lose them. They disappear.
No, they're not. Absolutely not. No. I go to where Dimitri is, and completely now. This is terrifying. Um. So, question: does it look like the footprints, like the human footprints, are facing away from the window, and the hoof footprints are facing the window, as if there's like an actual push? Or is it more like both of them are just facing the window as if somebody jumped? Does that make sense? That's my question.
That makes sense. Yes. I would like some sort of check for this.
Okay.
Let's see.
Let's try.
You got track by any chance?
I was literally just looking at track. I don't
Let's see
have
what
it
I can-
either, but I was like, oh hey, that's there.
Let's see what I can do. Okay, I got an 84.
Nope. Unfortunately, I think they're too muddy and jumbled. You know, the mud was still wet, so it was kind of like slipping and sliding around on the
Mm-hmm.
foot. So you just can't get like a clear picture of exactly what was happening here. If there was
Okay.
a jump or a push or a fall, you're just not sure.
Okay. 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 Cool.
Now, while the leaving footprints is also useful, that was actually not my original what I was trying to ask. It's moreover, what was the chase in footprints? Where did those start?
Um,
I want to follow that trail backwards.
Yeah, you walk and follow the trail backwards. This is a large building, and you know, back in the day, large buildings had multiple sets of stairs for, you know, like servants to come up and down. It looks like you see splotches of mud all the way down the servants' staircase, out, you know, through the kitchen, and then you lose it once it gets on the grass and, you know, out into the world. But it looks like it came in from outside.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm.
I presume with all the fuss about cops and everything, most people are being moved to like the inner area, like the foyer. Foyer,
Yeah, people
excuse
are
me.
starting to be questioned now.
I would never call it a foyer. But with that in mind, I assume Stuart has like his own room that is not necessarily part of the dormitories.
Yeah, he's got like a little field house, probably like something a little off to the side.
Perfect. Because much as this is all miserable, at this point, want to look in there to see if he has a gun.
Let's go. I'm looking
Are
for
you
that.
going by yourself, or do you take us with you?
I think it was very unsubtle when he left, but I think because he was just following the tracks, like it was very clear that that's what he was doing. If you are down where he is now going to go to Stuart's, he is just going to be. I'm gonna see if Stuart has a fucking gun.
Oh, I know Stuart.
Does he have rifles and handguns and things that we could use to protect ourselves?
Do I know this?
Stuart has made it no mystery that he has multiple guns.
Mm-hmm.
He has guns.
Tom, what are you good at?
Not
What can you
much, but
handle?
you know, I can point in a direction and pull a trigger.
Let's go then. Let's go.
All right. Ooh, let's do something fun. Whoever has the lowest luck score, make me a luck check to see if Stuart has been brought in to be questioned or if he's still in his little shack.
37 currently.
That's you.
He did not have a great starting luck, and I've been spending it. Oh, though,
Nice.
I have
12.
so much luck.
I do too.
12? All right. I think on a 12, Stuart has been called in by the police for questioning. His shack is empty and dark.
And I have the keys.
I don't think that you have the keys to Stuart's.
No, I feel like I have a master key in case of emergencies.
You know, hey, give me a luck check to see if you do.
Yeah, I for sure. 75 out of 80.
Yeah,
You're so lucky. Holy shit.
Yeah, you're very lucky.
Yeah. Stuart gave you a
Nice.
spare key in case he ever locked himself out.
Nice.
I've drunk him under the table and one time and convinced him to give me a key.
Nice.
And now he doesn't drink with me anymore.
Drink with me. Sorry.
I'm telling them this story after I've let them into his house.
While you're
Yeah, as
unlocking.
you walk across the grounds to his little shack. It's a very simple kind of cottage. You know, there's a fireplace, you know, one room type of situation. Yeah, it's dark in here right now.
Is there snacks in here?
He keeps a few snacks, yeah.
I'm eating them.
All right, you're eating Stuart's snacks.
I'm looking for the rifle and the and the bullets.
All right.
Oops. Looking for any guns, honestly, to help out Tom as well.
Let's see. I don't want to just say spot hidden again.
But also,
But it's probably a spot hidden check.
Yeah.
Archaeology.
Yeah, give me an audit check. Give me an accounting check.
Oh Jesus, no! I
No,
don't have it.
spot hidden.
Oh, you could have gone to town and bought a gun, but not me.
I have a gun at home, but not here.
Well, why didn't you bring it here?
I was coming for an audition. I didn't think I was going to run into a dead body and horrifying from Satan.
That's a good point.
I rolled a 30, but I want to spend 2 luck points to make that a hard success.
All right. Yeah, I think on a hard success, you find Stuart has a hunting rifle that he uses to hunt deer and turkey. And he also has a revolver that he keeps for personal security, he calls it.
I say, Tom.
It's absolutely one of those things like he catches.
I grab all these bullets. I say, again, the bullets. You know how to use this.
Grew up on a farm, so kinda.
I grew up on a farm too. Where'd you grow up?
Iowa.
I'm from Georgia.
Oh. I
No,
never
I
made my
knew
way
each
down,
other.
but
Never made my way up, but I'm pretty sure it's nice.
well, not the greatest opportunity to get to know each other, but I'm glad we're doing it, I guess.
From children. Here you go. She just hands you the bullets.
Yeah, it's one of those things. He knows the idea of doing it, but it's slow and clumsy.
Oh, she's like a pro.
Fucking locked and loaded.
It's ready. Yep. Put your bullets in her pocket. How many extra bullets would you say? She's taking them bullets with her.
We'll say you find. Hold on. Let's roll a die for it. We'll let
All
Lady
right.
Luck decide.
Okay.
You
Cool.
find 3 bullets.
Oh, nice. 3 bullets.
You know, if it takes more than 3 bullets, it's gonna be a bad situation.
Oh my gosh. Good job. We got 3 bullets. Good job, Stuart. All right. They're all in there. They're all in.
Successfully
I'm
armed
gonna-
yourself.
Sure. Here for it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Yep.
Meg, do you lock the door behind you?
Does he have any
Of
daggers?
course.
Does he have any other weapon that we could throw and give to Dimitri? Like,
Oh, I mean, he's got gardening implements.
give him a
He's got home
pitchfork.
improvement tools. Yeah.
okay. Dimitri, do you want to arm yourself?
With
No.
what?
Hoe, gardening,
What do you
pitchfork,
think is going to happen?
Satan, hoof prints.
Yeah, like, I'm strong. I'll just jump onto them.
Now,
Seeing the confidence in Dimitri's face, I will back down.
I do mean this as genuinely, like, kindly as I can. Dimitri, have you ever been in a fight?
Yes.
Not one that was choreographed.
That came to
No, I've
actual
been in
blows?
fights. I have good fighting. Yes, I have been in a fight.
All right.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
Not a fight with a goat. That's why I was confused.
Yeah, well, you know, that's why we got these.
The
She,
goats
like,
like
waves
me.
the
They
guns.
don't want to fight me. That's why I'm not worried.
Gentle bleeding from the goats in the pen nearby.
See, those are my friends. Should we bring them with? Do you think they seek their brethren?
To be honest, that's not a horrible idea.
I hate how
goat
reasonable
sacrifice.
that sounds right now.
Okay, I
Goat
go get the
sacrifice.
goat that likes me.
Just one, yeah, that one goat.
Yeah, Balanchine, named after the famous choreographer.
I don't
Balanchine
know the
loves
name.
Dimitri.
Yes, I get the goat that likes me. And I bring it on a little thing. I say, okay, we go for fun time.
The goat goes, eh.
Yeah, I agree.
God, what am I doing right now?
He talks to goats. All right. There's gonna be cornbread after this.
Got a
Ah.
goat under your. I'm imagining you're like carrying it like a football.
Oh, if I'm allowed to do this, yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
No, I think I hold it because is it adult goat?
Adult goat.
Then I'm holding it like this because if I hold it one side, then I get crooked. But if I hold it
Yeah.
this way,
Like bridal style,
Yeah.
yeah.
I can also engage core and legs more this way. I'm
Yeah,
Oh.
get
thinking
a little
goat.
workout in.
Yeah, getting your
Feels so
reps in with a
sad.
goat.
Or I could
Right.
even put over my shoulders like this.
That's
I
the
mean,
classic.
that feels very good.
That's the brand.
I see which the goat prefers.
The goat prefers the shoulder carry.
Okay, shoulder carry it is, my friend.
All right. He bleats at you. Oh,
I
should
offer
be a
him
she.
some.
She bleats at you.
I offer her some vodka.
All right.
The goat is drunk too.
to the woods.
All right,
To
so
the
you're
woods.
taking Balanchine the goat into the woods to look for her brethren.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when you say it like that, it sounds silly.
That makes perfect sense to me.
All right. I should mention it's starting to get late. The auditions took a while. The sun is probably starting to set. If you want to grab
Yeah, was there a flashlight on the
a torch, flashlight. Stuart probably has a flashlight.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll take the flashlights if I'm using the pistol. That makes sense.
All right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Is
You
there
head-
some kind of crank light type thing? Like a
lantern?
flashlight that's not battery, but you wind it and you get a little charge, and then you can use it like a lantern, even maybe.
I'll say there's probably an oil lantern somewhere that you can use.
Okay,
Nice.
sure. I think I can do that because I have hands-free goat.
Yeah,
Nice.
the goat's just hanging out, a little drunk, a little tipsy.
I'm warm.
And the goat does provide a nice warmth on a chilly autumn evening. As the sun begins to set and the moon begins to rise, it is almost a new moon as it wanes even further. So it does not provide a lot of extra light in the sky.
Bad vibes.
As you head into the woods, please, someone give me a navigate check to find your way around the woods.
I can't
Yeah,
swim
it's
in the woods.
Was that?
I asked if I could swim through the woods. This was a joke. Can I jump over trees?
I don't think you can jump over trees. I think that's where I'll put the limit on the ability.
I don't even have a light, so I would be of no benefit.
Yeah, I will make the roll. It will not go well, but I'll do it.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
What? Yeah, it's a 97.
Oh no.
That's
A
it.
97.
Oh my
A
gosh.
critical fumble.
Round.
Thomas. Tom, you lead the charge into the woods. You've got your flashlight in front of you. You've got the pistol. Dimitri's got the goat behind you. It kind of bleats softly every once in a while.
Drinking vodka. Don't worry.
Yeah. The woods are difficult to navigate, especially as the sun sets. You walk for what feels like a while, and the goat does not appear to sense any of her brethren nearby. The the way back is becoming less and less clear to you as you continue forward, and you don't, you feel the mud underneath your feet. So you know that the forest itself is muddy and probably came from somewhere in here, but the woods are vast and large and dark and deep, and you have found yourself pretty rightly lost.
Tom, you know where we're going.
Well, the instructions were in the woods.
We're lost, aren't we?
Yeah, I'd say so.
All right. We're lost in the woods with a demon goat and a real goat and Dimitri. What a strange day.
A pretty bad day.
Pretty bad day. Are we gonna die?
I don't think so.
No,
We have milk. The goat will give us milk. We'll not go hungry tonight.
That's tonight. What about tomorrow if we make it out of here for the next day?
Well, tomorrow it will be light, and it will not be a problem to find our way back. And what makes you think we're going to die?
Ghost marrying, demon goat. You know, just a few small undertakings. People that probably go insane. What if we actually go insane? What if we go so insane that we become ghosts? And then Ruth will see us. And we'll be dancing in a frenzy. Nobody will be here to stop him. What if the demon goat just eats our brains
Well, that would be different.
while we're alive?
well, I suppose
I
that's
just
why
want
we
this
got
to be
these.
existential. But what if it's not enough?
Then you make a run for it.
What if we're not fast enough? What if it's more than one? We didn't think this through.
In retrospect, no, but what are we gonna do? Nothing? Listen,
Sure.
I don't know. I don't know how we're gonna get out of this. I'm gonna see if I can see something, and he's gonna try and climb up a tree.
All right. Why doesn't the person with the lowest luck make me a luck check, please?
Yeah! 87. Let's go.
All right.
87 out of 37 for the record.
Whew, man, it's dark. I think at the very least, if you climb a tree, you can see, at the very least, you can see city lights, right? So you know vaguely what direction the city is
Okay.
in.
Yeah, I think like he's put the gun like in his belt loop and then like kept the flashlight between his teeth as he was climbing.
Mhm.
Not thinking to hand it off, which would have been the smart thing, but he definitely didn't do that. Yeah, and so he gets up to see that and then like worms that out of his mouth and said, okay, I can see where the city is. We at least have like a direction to go and get back.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Do you see anything else up there?
I think he just like kind of do like a brief sweep with the flashlight while he's holding onto the tree around, see if there's anything like obvious landmark wise, but
Don't think you see anything obvious with the
Branches.
bad luck roll.
yeah, I don't think so either. Yeah, and he just kind of like gives like a slight shrug that you can't see very well because of what he's doing, but eventually climbs back down.
Well,
Well, not a lot, but I mean, in some ways, I suppose that's good. We should head that direction.
all right. All right. Is that back to the city?
Yeah, it's back that way at least. I don't know. Worse, I guess just try and get back middle area. We can reassess from there.
Okay. Dimitri?
Okay. Sounds good to me.
Right?
What do you
start-
think? I say to Goat.
That's what the goat says.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, you start walking back towards the lights of Brattleboro. Um, I think, I think it might take you all night. You walk
Wow.
into the city, and then you have to walk back to the dance school, kind of, little reverse engineer boomerang kind of your way through. Um,
Okay.
yeah, I think if you walk through the night, you can probably get back to the school, to the company. Um, we'll call it 3 a.m. The witching hour. Woo!
Ooh.
It makes it makes no sense. Why was she dancing? Like she couldn't control herself
I don't know.
into the woods. As if something was controlling her. And then she's pushed out a window by a goat creature. Was she into anything?
You knew of.
I don't think so. I don't know. I don't know. For some reason, it felt like being a hero was going to work out, but
No, we are heroes. Investigative heroes. Somebody took me this far as to go into the woods to find out anything about her. They said she committed suicide. You cut out the tree. You're a hero. Who cares what these people say? We'll figure it out. Something's going on. If it's not in the woods, then maybe it's at Wyndham. Maybe what we're looking for is there.
This is what I'm saying, and also that I have the keys, and my bed is there. This is where I live.
What have you heard then? Have you heard anything? Anything?
I
Oh,
heard the multiple misfishers. I am saying I heard this. And this is where the death occurred. And this is where my friend the goat is from.
click, click, click.
How do we know that it is evil goat creature that did this alleged pushing and is not this goat being very large trying to save her? We cannot ask the goat. It would be so cool if we could. Dimitri thinking about this.
I think on that note, as you walk back to Stuart is sitting, smoking from a pipe on the front steps.
Hello, Stuart. I greet him with the goat over my shoulders as we're walking up.
You took my guns.
I took nothing. I took a goat for a walk.
Takes
Took
a
your
long
guns.
drag from his pipe.
I did.
His Fisher
That's-
says not to go in the woods. Dangerous out there.
Nothing was out there.
Yeah, luckily we are fine.
We
Give me
was
back
out
my
there all
guns, and I
night.
won't tell her about it.
Tell her. What's it about you? And how you found the body? And how you pushed it out the window?
The police say she jumped.
The police say a lot of things.
Stuart, sorry for taking your guns without asking, but I mean, you just said it yourself. The woods are dangerous. Like, what did you? We heard there was something out there, and you were busy. Like, what? Should we have just gone into there without that?
Shouldn't have gone at all, Tom. Got no
Where are
business being
you?
here this time of night.
Stuart, we were looking for you.
Give me back my guns.
It's 4.
Look, it's late or early. I don't care much for arguments. Kind of just takes the pipe out of his mouth. Do what you want. It's no business of mine either way. And he starts walking back to his little shack.
I looked at Tom. He didn't put up a fight. He knows something.
Threaten to tell Miss Fisher.
I don't care.
No, not. I don't. I mean, she's my boss, but why would she care?
I wish it could. Why didn't she want us to go in the woods?
They're dangerous. He just said. She cares for our safety. I'm putting this little guy to bed now. So sleepy. Good night. And I give it a little kiss and I put it in its back at the goat back in its pen.
Yeah, the goat goes back to its pen. The goat goes back to its pen. There we go.
The goat goes back to its Mojo Dojo Casa.
The Mojo Dojo Casa house. The goat goes back to sleep, yes.
I thought the patriarch would be all about goats.
Dimitri, you've been here your whole life, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why wouldn't Miss Fisher want us to
Mostly.
go into the woods?
Because it's dangerous.
What does that mean? Did she tell you any bedtime stories? Anything that makes you be so dangerous? We didn't never happen. No, nothing.
I mean, I don't go into the woods. Has there been any situation do I recall anything in my short 22 years of crazy happening in the woods?
I think about 5 years ago, you remember another dancer here, Evelyn Sharp. She you know, the story goes she went out for a walk on the woods and, she fell down a canyon and fucking broke her neck or something. Like,
Yeah, so 5 years ago, girl died in woods. So
And
nobody
that
knows
makes
who-
it dangerous.
Yeah,
So she
as
went.
if there aren't enough dangers in the world.
No,
There's
it's something else.
too much that doesn't make sense at this point.
I agree.
That's the problem. I mean, maybe yeah, if it wasn't for what was going on with her, if it wasn't for the fact of how skinny she was, if it wasn't for the fact that there were goat hooves up in the attic, if it wasn't
Scratches on the skin.
all today. No.
You know what? It's something interesting. I was practicing a couple of days ago. There's a picture that's just in the rehearsal room of Miss Fisher and her mother. You know, in the background, all those blurred out people. You can't really see.
I don't think I've ever looked at it, really. I mean, maybe in passing.
On this day, it was just yesterday. It looked like it was watching me. Like they was staring. I didn't think anything of it. You see portraits with eyes. They always look like they stare at you, but it's all the strangeness. I wonder, what if it was watching?
How big of a painting is it, or photo, or whatever it is?
small photograph.
I don't know. Well,
I'm going to the rehearsal room.
yeah, that's fair.
I'm taking this rifle with me.
Well, it seems a little late to give it back at this point.
I'm not giving it back. If I'm going to get fired, I'm getting fired in stall.
Do you want the key? I'll come with.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, please.
Okay.
you are gonna head up to the rehearsal room. Tom, what are you doing? Are you going back home or are you staying here?
I feel like he's at this point where like the only thing moving him is forward momentum at all. So like I think he has to stay here because he just if he stops, he's gonna crash.
I have crazy question. Can
Yeah.
I make first aid check to have the Coca-Cola that has cocaine in it?
You can give me a luck check to see if they've got,
Oh yeah,
cocaine.
luck check, no problem. 36 out of 80.
Yeah, you've got some Coke in the icebox.
Yeah, I give everybody the Coca-Colas that have cocaine. We're good.
Oh no, so now we're on small. It's okay. Nice.
Cocaine in it in 1933, but it peps you up regardless.
You don't
Okay,
think
good.
we have what year is it? 38? You don't think we have 5-year-olds? You don't think we are hoarding some of the special stuff? Please.
Well,
This is
clearly
from
you're
that
hoarding
year girl.
booze because Prohibition's not over yet. Just barely, so.
Yeah, my country does not have prohibition. Anyways, we are hoarding this from when girl died 5 years ago.
Yeah, I want all the courage. So I take the Coke.
Microphone cut out a little bit there.
I take the
There's a
Coke
robot
drink.
There it is.
And I asked Dimitri for a hit of vodka, real quick.
No, the
Liquid courage.
Coca-Cola drink has cocaine in it.
Understood. It's already been done. So
It's done. It happened.
it's already been done. So I tried to go for Coca-Cola, and then I asked for the vodka, and I drank that, and now I'm ready. Yes, I'm very ready.
Amazing. I Google searched when did Coca-Cola stop having cocaine in it, and the first like 3 answers are like a addiction helpline. Which I appreciate, but I'm looking for the answer to a question.
That's
Here.
quite funny, actually.
Yeah.
Like, do you need help?
Yeah, are you okay?
Just writer
Doing that.
thing.
Yeah, just writer things, truly. I'm on an FBI watch list somewhere, I'll tell you what.
Oh no.
I can look into it while you run game. I do research.
All right. Tom, I think you find yourself in the kitchen. Dimitri's gotten you this bottle of Coke. It tastes great. Kind of a nice little pick-me-up.
In 1903.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It's got caffeine in it, though, so it still helps.
Wow, we have some really old Coke on here. Brush the dust off of that.
Disgusting.
It's older than me.
Yeah.
30-year-old Coca-Cola.
Vintage. And the dust comedically blows off of it.
You've got this glass of Coke. You could use a snack. You walked for a long time in the woods. You go into the pantry and you pull out, I don't know, a piece of bread, a cracker, and you find that it's covered in mold. Not just normal, bread mold that happens, but it's like thick and slimy and black.
Ugh.
You go and like, well, okay, that's done. Maybe I'll try, something else. You could.
Yeah, reach over, grab a different loaf.
Different loaf covered in mold.
Okay, I think at that point, like by the time there's 2, he just like pulls out the flashlight again and turns it on.
Yeah, the pantry is covered in these thick veins of mold, hugging the wall and crawling onto the food. Crawling isn't the right word. It's not moving. You don't see it move. But it covers a lot. And Ooh, I would like you to make a sanity check, please, as you see just this food rotting and wasting away, food that you were about to put in your mouth.
That is a failure with 47 and a 39.
Right. Whoa! Oh no! Well, that die's gone forever.
Pour one out.
The ether. Take 3 points of sanity loss. As you feel the back of your throat, clench up as you start to gag, kind of uncontrollably.
Yeah, just backs out of that room.
Yeah. I think that's where we'll leave you for the moment. As Duchess and Dimitri head up to the rehearsal room. No key is necessary. It's open.
Oh.
And you see Edith Fisher standing there looking at that portrait. She looks like she's had a long night. She's got bags under her eyes. She looks stressed. And give me a spot hidden check, the both of you.
36 of 25. I can spend 11 on that. I have so much.
Ooh, all right. Big bucks.
I know. Fine.
I got a 60 out of 65.
I can afford.
All right. You both notice that the bottom of her dress is covered in mud. It wasn't during auditions today. And she notices you come into the room, and she goes, "You two should be in bed. We've all had a long day."
Of course, Miss Fisher. I came to have the police said anything else.
I went into town. They asked me to identify the body when it was at the morgue. I did so. We needed her. She's a good dancer.
She really was a lovely dancer.
She just looks at this picture on the wall.
Pardon my question, Miss Fisher. Is that little girl you?
Do you think Fisher knows your real name?
I don't think I told it to her.
Okay, as far as you know. So it comes as a surprise when she says, Dahlia, you're a talented dancer. If you apply yourself, I think you could really stand a shot at one of the Act 2 solos in the Nutcracker when we perform it this winter.
Miss Fisher, how do you know my name?
Has it already been so long that you forgot where you would be if we hadn't discovered you?
But how do you know my name?
I think it's time for you to stop asking questions.
I take the rifle out. I think it's time for you to start answering questions.
Duchess, what are you doing?
How?
Dimitri,
You first, Miss Fisher.
Dimitri, take her out of here.
I I leave with nothing. I just leave. I'm not sure who to be more afraid of, Miss Fisher or Duchess's gun. So the simplest thing is I walk out of room and I stand outside of room. I stand just outside of the studio, like on the stairs, so that I pretend to go downstairs, and then I stand against the wall.
Oh, no.
It's not that hard to find information about people, Duchess. Just have to know where to look.
Did you find Marion?
In a manner of speaking, I discovered her much as I discovered you. Talented dancers.
I saw her
Not that it
dancing in the woods. I'm sorry. I talked above you again.
doesn't matter now. The moon's almost new. She kind of looks out the window. She goes, La Sylphide is going to flop, just like Capelia did.
I don't understand.
Not for you to understand, Duchess. Like I said, you should leave. Go get some sleep. It's been a long day. Cast list will be posted tomorrow.
One last question. How'd you get that mud on the bottom of your clothes?
That laugh is not in
in
character.
Dimitri in the hallway goes,
I was out in the woods, Duchess. Just like you were.
How do you know I was out in the woods?
You've got mud on your shoes, too.
Dimitri looks at his own shoes and realizes he has mud on his shoes too. I'm making a sanity check to realize if I'm the murderer.
Okay.
Oh, bad. 80. My sanity is 50.
Well, I think you know you're not the murderer.
Okay.
So you get to go out into the woods where it's so dangerous, but no one else gets to go out into the woods. Why is it dangerous?
At night, there's animals out there.
Type of animals.
Bears, wolves.
Not scared of no bear, not scared of no wolf.
Well, then by all means, go back into the woods.
Miss Fisher, I don't understand. What is going on here?
What's going on is we lost a good dancer. And what's going on is we need to find someone to replace her. Before it's too late.
What does that mean?
Give me a psychology check.
What?
A psychology check, please.
Okay, good, good, good. Okay. No. Darn it. Wait. No. Yes. I want to use luck points.
All right.
Uh-huh. So I have an 75. All right. That's it.
What was it? Sorry.
An exact.
All right.
Yeah.
Um, okay. Um, Miss Fisher is very hard to read, but you see that her stone face has a crack in it. Um, she I- is genuinely upset about Marion, but you get the feeling it's not because she saw her as, a person. It's
Mm.
almost like this wasn't part of the plan, or it wasn't supposed to happen like this. Is the vibe that you're getting from her. She is. She doesn't want to give you a whole lot, even with a gun pointed at her. Um,
Mhm.
so if you want to try and threaten her, you might have to try to find another way.
No, I think I've pushed my luck as far as I can. I'm shocked she hasn't even removed me from this company yet. So she's telling me to go home and go to sleep and like come back the next day. So I think I've pushed my luck as far as I can this one.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll back out.
I'm glad to see your wits have returned to you, Duchess.
And I just walked away.
She goes back to looking at this portrait on the wall, this photograph.
Stand on the side of the door.
You'll see Dimitri outside.
He's doing something good.
Okay, what's he?
I want a Scooby Doo look.
You got a Scooby Doo look? We'll get to that in a second. We're gonna hop back to
Okay.
Tom. Um, Tom, you look at this just slimy black mold on the walls, on the food, and you notice the veins of mold are stretching across. It looks like down into the cellar as well. There's a little cellar door, and it's everywhere. It's like the more that you look at it, the more you see it. You don't know if this has to be new because you've been in the kitchen before and you haven't seen this before.
Yeah, is there anything like, oh, I don't know, like, is there still like old fire stoves here? Like wood fire stoves? He's gonna grab a poker and use that to lift up the cellar door so that he doesn't have to touch it at all.
Good, because it's slimy and gross.
Yeah, bad vibes.
You head down to the cellar and you see it's a root cellar, so there's produce down here, there's vegetables, things that would be made into like a navy bean soup, or there's some peppers down here, but it's all covered in mold.
Yeah, he's got the flashlight up left hand and like the pistol down lower because he's not smart about the gun. Again, he does not use the guns.
Perfect. The mold you see shining your flashlight across the cellar, it seems to originate from a door down here. The door is padlocked, closed, but all of this mold just seems to flower out and bloom from beyond this door down here.
Okay, well, it's a simple enough thing to do. He's gonna go up to that door.
Right.
Cautiously enough, but again, he's still doing it. He's not stopping.
It is padlocked.
Mm.
Well, you know what I have? A gun.
You gonna shoot the lock?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, he'll stare at it for a second and think about how much noise this will make, but also he's at the point where again he's entirely only moving on forward momentum, so he just pulls back the hammer and shoots the lock off.
Give me a firearms check. I'm gonna give you a bonus die because you're not like aiming at like a moving target or anything like that. It's just a lock.
Well, firstly, that's not 7 before anything else. How do bonus dice work though?
So bonus dice work where you roll the tens place twice and take the better.
Well, it's odd 7. I'm not gonna get a better tens place.
Yeah, so there you go. Bang! As a shot rings out and the padlock falls to the ground, smoking hot and broken. Duchess and Dimitri.
I will say, since he was already loud, as soon as that happens, he'll kick the door open. But yeah, you can cut from that.
I start running to wherever I heard that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Same.
Perfect. Yeah, you run. You see this. You almost slip on this mold as it is just coating the ground in the kitchen. You run down the cellar and you see Tom has Tom entered beyond this door. By the time they get down there, do you think, or are you waiting?
Oh, absolutely. No, he's not.
All right.
Again, you seem to think he has the ability to pause at this point in time.
Tom, you enter and it looks like a tunnel. There are some work lights strung up and it looks like it's just carved out of the dirt. And as you step into it, you see kind of like roots, like tangled roots, just kind of have formed already around the tunnel itself to kind of like reinforce it. So it's just like a mass of knotted roots that surround this tunnel. Duchess and Dimitri, you run down into the cellar. So you see this disgusting mold all over the food that you eat. And I would like you to make some sanity checks as well.
Oh, very good. 0-3.
Very
Very
nice.
bad. Very
I
bad.
become more sane. I'm like, oh, whatever. You pour vodka on it. It's fine.
Very bad. 93.
All right. All right. Dimitri, for this, you're fine.
Yeah, I'd love to have a great roll.
It's an antiseptic. That's fine. Duchess, take 3 points of sanity loss as you don't live here. You don't eat all the meals, but you've eaten some of the meals, and this just it smells disgusting down here. The vegetables are just like liquefying before your eyes, as you kind of also gag a little bit.
Oh, this place. Y'all eat here. Mark. Has it always been here, Dimitri?
Has this always been here?
This door's always been here, yeah. It's just,
Yeah, the
Miss
door has
Fisher said
always
it's
been
extra
here.
cold storage, yeah.
Yeah, it's the fridge.
This is the fridge.
Yeah.
It's covered in mold and
This
rot.
is an ice box. We keep the plums and things in here.
But someone's eaten my plums out of the icebox.
I always hate it when someone's always taking the plums out of the icebox.
Forgive me, they were so moldy.
Where's Tom in this?
You hear footsteps going down.
I think he's in the icebox.
Oh. Alright. Tom!
Yeah, we're going. I'm following. I keep going.
I'm just calling out, Tom!
Tom, you hear them calling after you.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Shit's gross.
What have you done?
He'll aim the flashlight back their direction rather than forward.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I see the light.
Yeah, you run You all meet up with each other it's a little hard to walk because there are just roots everywhere, even on the ground, but they are forming kind of a circle around you all through this tunnel. And as you walk, you eventually find another door. It's a those cellar entrances that are, dug into the ground that open out like a
We call them Dorothy doors,
Dorsey doors.
like in The Wizard of Oz, because that's where you go when there's a tornado.
Tornado.
Ah, Dorothy Doors. Got it.
Yes.
I have Dorothy
Yes.
doors in my house.
It is Dorothy doors.
Hey, Dimitri, have you ever been to
It's-
this part of the building?
I didn't know we had this. I don't usually go all the way into the fridge, though, so it could have been here.
Can somebody open it?
Yeah, I'll try.
Yeah, is this
All right, yeah.
unlocked or?
It's
I just
locked.
push it.
It's locked from the other side.
Hmm.
Can I push it really hard? Can I punch it?
Give me a check of some kind.
I give you strength check.
Strength. Give me a straight strength check.
Oh no, I don't want to spend luck and lose the good number. But I'm 8 away from being able to open it. I open it for 8.
All right. You're just using up that luck. The door, the cellar door slams open above you, and you see that you're in the woods again.
I spent luck for this.
However, it's a little bit of a clearing in the woods. You can see that almost new moon above you, just a sliver of white on the moon left. And as you peek your head above the cellar, you see you definitely didn't encounter this in the woods the first time you were here. It looks like a shack almost, but the sides are open. What's that called? A pergola, right? Maybe.
Gazebo.
Gazebo. It's a gazebo. Yeah, we'll call it a gazebo.
Okay.
A sukkah, if you're Jewish.
You see inside this structure is it's dirt on the ground, but there appears to be a large stone circle inlaid in it. And in fact, it looks a little something like this. And I'm going to share something with the chat, and then we'll take a quick second so Molly can upload it to the stream. So this is a bird's eye view of what you got going on here.
We're not birds. We don't see it from this angle.
Oh. 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 Uh-huh.
So Molly, let me know when you are ready. It could take a little while.
Yeah, obviously, like this bit could be best edited, but
Yes, Jacob, cut this part out. So we'll save our oohs and ahs for a second when we hop back in.
How
Okay,
much
there we go.
longer do you think we're going to run? Just because I am fading fast.
Fading. Oh, we can try to get it done in 20 minutes. Will that
Okay.
work for you?
I think that'll be my I'm very sleepy.
Or what we can do is we can split it into a two-parter and pick this up another time and have part 1 come out on the 27th and then part 2 come out,
I'm good with that.
I'm open to
It's
whatever.
up to you. You're the key. If you feel like we want to spread it out, I'm good with that.
We can focus a lot on this end part that is coming up. So let's do that.
All right.
In that case, what we'll do is when Molly puts the image up on the stream, I will do a quick little like, this is where we're gonna leave it. Come back next time.
Oh, it is there.
Thrilling inclusion. Oh, it's there. Awesome. Okay, cool. All right.
And that way Jacob has to edit it.
Yes, exactly. All right. Okay, I'm gonna count down again from 5.
All right. Who's and us, right?
What was that?
Who's and us.
Yeah, oohs and ahs, yeah.
All right.
5, 4, 3. And here we are. It looks
Oh.
like this.
Oh. Shit.
Yeah, it's not good.
Is it good? It doesn't seem good.
I don't like it.
I don't like the woods. We were already lost here. Let's go back in. The
So-
other way seems better.
Is this a bird's eye view of what we're seeing, or?
This is a bird's eye view of what you're seeing. There seems to be like a stone circle set into the dirt with these strange scribbles on it. And there is beyond that, the statue of what looks like a large goat.
Yeah, I think both like Tom and Dash just look at each other, just like.
Oh my god.
All right. And I think the last thing we'll leave it before we end on a little bit of a cliffhanger until next time. There is blood on this stone circle, filling up the ridges of this writing. Looking at it, you can see the blood is spread across. You can see footprints in the blood, almost as if someone had been dancing in it.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, poor Marion.
And I think that is where we are going to leave it off. We will rejoin at a later date to finish our delve into this mystery.
Oh boy. All right.
All right. Thanks very much to everyone for watching on this spooky Halloween episode. Join us for the thrilling conclusion. For the thrilling conclusion in the near future. Once again, we are Rough Magic Plays. Check us out on our various social medias. And we'll catch you next time. Happy Halloween! Woo!